figured, it'd probably be nice for your review too.
Freaking dog toys.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of London's Burning. Our chronicle, set in the city of Oxford, about a group of vampires and kindred society reeling from the exodus and loss of London. Tonight, we are joined by the Camarilla Bruja, Aamon, portrayed by Nitro Typat. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber. You're getting hungry tonight.
Womp womp.
The Camarilla Banu Hakim Blood Scholar, the sensational Cedra, portrayed by Ms. Hartz. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber. You're also hungry tonight. The Camarilla Blood Sorcerer Tremere Dr. Walter Boyer, portrayed by Triangularity. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber. The Camarilla Malkavian Kalo Warner, portrayed by Silence. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber.
That's me!
You're also hungry tonight.
Yay!
And last, but by no means least, Isaac, of the Hecata family of Clan Cappadocian, portrayed by Noscavian. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber. Wonderful. We start this week, earlier in the week, only slightly though, at the Hecata family haven in Headington Cemetery. Isaac has been called to a family meeting with the Hecata head, leading the efforts in Oxford. Isaac enters into the chamber underground, surrounded by various dead bodies, of course. Necromantic spells strewn across the place. He approaches the head, and the head merely nods in gesture of him. Isaac, brother, tell me, what is your progress so far with your coterie and companions?
Things have been going rather well. The killings and the murders with the Ripper case is still a mystery, although we have been uncovering a great deal of information regarding occult activity. There seems to be evidence of two cults, the cult of Lilith and the cult of Mithras. We have actually seen the cult of Mithras in session.
Fascinating.
Indeed.
And what of your secondary search? A place that we might set up as an almost Elysium for other waifs and strays, so we might integrate ourselves better into this city.
Yes, I've been hoping to find a building for that, perhaps some sort of funeral home or crematorium where we can use to disappear individuals that might cause the family issues.
Indeed. If the place is haunted, that's actually all the more better for us.
Yes, if the veil is thin, we can certainly use that to our advantage.
And have you had much chance to perform any necromantic rites yourself?
At this time, no. I have been trying to collect some objects to assist in that. I have not had a need as of yet to call forth any spirits.
There is always a need. I urge you, with haste, to consider trying to perform some sort of necromantic rite. Each rite that is performed brings us closer to possibly learning what happened to Augustus, and perhaps even to avoid such fate for ourselves.
Yes, what happened to Augustus was unfortunate. The fallout of that event was severe. We certainly do want to be careful.
Indeed, but we are all the more stronger for his fall, at least.
Yes.
Now, what
He
of this
was
Ripper? What kind of progress have you got? Do you have a suspect yet?
well, we had believed that we knew who the killer was, although it came to light that the killer was not a young vampire a young kindred like we thought. Instead, we don't know. We found some strange blood, old blood. It could possibly not be kindred.
Indeed. Do you think this is something that could be persuaded to join the family? It could be a valuable asset.
Provided the chance, I may try to make a convincing argument. However, I don't know if it would be the sort of beast to follow discourse. I'm not sure. We don't know what it is. Just we've only been able to rule out a young kindred as the possible whipper. It's
If you
something
have
we've
to kill it,
gotten.
it
Yes.
would be no loss. Death is just the beginning, especially for our kind.
Indeed, if we do have to kill the whipper, I shall endeavor to see if I can find something important to it in life.
Excellent. Is there anything else you wish to report to us?
It does look like some of the events of late had tried to stir up hostilities between the Camarilla and the Anarchs. I don't know. I think things have quieted down since then, but that is something to make a note of.
The two sects are always at war with each other, which is why we're better off being independent. We can play their strengths and their weaknesses against each other for our own benefit. Be sure not to become a pawn in their games, though.
Yes, of course.
Excellent. Well, you may depart.
Isaac would give a deep bow. Thank you. And he would.
As you walk off, you just hear the figure muttering under his breath something about Cappadocians. Meanwhile, later on, in the present day, over in the Coterie Haven, Dr. Bowier, Isaac, and Aamon are trying as hard as they can to brief Kalo about what happened since they last saw him.
Hello, Kalo. How are you doing?
How is anyone doing?
Quite well.
Really?
We've made some progress with the cult.
Which cult?
The cult of Mithras.
Oh, that cult.
Yes. Yes, we found where they were meeting.
Oh,
Yes, and they actually were there. We hadn't missed them this time.
go on.
I really would have liked to introduce ourselves and possibly join them. However, it was just a reconnaissance mission, so we looked, we saw, and we ran away.
Wait. You wanted to join the group that we were told to, like, basically stop because they're basically related to the Ripper?
Wait, who says anything about them being related to the Ripper? If anything, they're being targeted by the Ripper. If we joined them, maybe the Ripper would come to us.
Wait, since when? Since when have they been being only targeted by the Ripper? Because I could have sworn that there was a whole big deal about, like, Mithras and the Ripper and the fact that they actually were kind of co-related in some respect.
Well, I remember we found some Mithrian shrines that had been assaulted with claw marks all over the place. I doubt they would do that to themselves.
Sorry, what was that? I spaced out for a second. I was
Well,
thinking
we
about claws. I mean, frankly, unfortunately, like Tila, she's running around the house now, and like it's just skitter, 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 like all over the wood floors. Like I got to do something about that because she's gonna start scratching the hell out of them.
yes. Have you tried taking her for for a walk?
No, 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 no. It's not about that. I mean, I'm guessing you've never had beagles, right? So they're very active, and they like to run around, and they like to herd you actually, which is actually the best part. So you'll be sitting there, and you wake up. Well, you know, in our case, like we wake up at night. So I mean, so kind of a little bit different than most people because you know most of the time you normally wake up in the morning and the dog wants food. This time, you know, you wake up at night and the dog wants the food. But so anyway, so I wake up and like then I sit there and I get out of bed, and the first thing that happens is I hear. "Arr! Arr! Arr! Arr!" And just like coming in out of nowhere, Tila starts like running over and is like, you know, basically sitting next to me and then tries to herd me into the kitchen so that way I can put her food down in the bowl. And the whole time, like if I stop or turn around, then I just get lots of.
Cedra peeks her head in the door. Did I hear barking in here?
Yeah, I was talking about Tila.
Oh, nice.
2.0. So then you know like I stop and like you know Tila will then start going over there and like you know starts coming back to me
Talking about
and then
Tila.
because we were talking about claws on the floor.
I'm
Oh, from the Ripper side.
So what?
From the
Oh.
Ripper side.
Something like that, right?
I think maybe his dog is a suspect now.
No, she can't do that to concrete.
Oh, very well. So I take it your dog is smaller then. It's not like the other dog we've seen.
Which dog have
There's
you
a difference
seen?
between a dog and a werewolf.
Oh! You're talking about that sort of dog. No, much smaller than that. I mean, she's like
I-
maybe 20 pounds wet at the moment. She'll probably get up
Well,
to
I
like, you
think
know,
she's
30
a
or
werewolf,
40
though,
weight.
I'm sure.
That's a dog or some sort of football.
What? 20 pounds? Like, dude, she's like 3 months old.
Oh, I see. That's a rather young dog.
Yes! Well, I had to clone her, so yeah, it takes time. They have to grow back up.
How old does she have to be before you can address the barking problem?
You've never had beagles before, have you?
No.
So then, you know, like I basically sit there and then she herds me into the kitchen and then I have to make her food because if I don't, then like it's never ending barking and like herding. And so it's just, you know, skitter, skitter, skitter along the floor and then grab me because beagles are herding dogs. So they will herd people, things, you know, whatever.
So why were we talking about the Ripper?
I was trying to catch Kalo up on the events of late.
Ah.
And so then we started talking about Tila because, you know.
Can you
wouldn't-
give your dog a feeding trough so that you don't need to worry about feeding it every minute of the day?
I don't have to worry
Or
about feeding
night.
every minute of the day.
I can...
Well, I mean, I just feed her once when I wake up and then once when I go to bed.
I see. You should get a pet snake. I believe they only need to eat every week or two. That's
Why would I
much
get a
more
snake?
convenient.
That's just weird.
I like snakes. Better than
Well,
dogs.
yeah. No. Dogs are so much better than snakes. Like, dogs herd you and they eat, like, damn near everything. Dude, they make amazing vacuum cleaners. Like, seriously. You drop anything on the floor and just, it's gone.
You've turned your dog into a vacuum cleaner?
No,
did
no,
not know
they
you had
work
that,
as great vacuum cleaners.
That ability.
No, I didn't turn it into a vacuum cleaner. I'm saying they make great vacuum cleaners.
I see.
And speaking about the cult of Mithras, we shouldn't be really going around thinking they're the good guys. Isaac, there have been some we hearsay about them abducting kindred and using them for the rituals. So
Ah. Well, I've never thought them to be good guys or shining knights, but I believe they are less dangerous than the Ripper we are following around.
right now, as we are trying to find the Ripper, and we are looking into the cult of Mithras, we might find the Ripper being one of them, their members, or for what I know, they could even be some sort of a creature that are, well, breeding. So as a god or something.
As
So
a
we should
god?
be a
Guard.
god.
God.
Guard.
But yes,
Guard.
it might be.
Oh, guard.
It might be that for what I'm thinking, they could be trying to resurrect their god. Yes. They
Which
might.
guard of theirs died?
Well, Mithras is dead, right?
Yeah, but he's
As
not a guard.
As
He's
far
a
as
god.
anyone knows.
Well,
yes,
sort of god in a way, like, kind of a godlike figure, I suppose.
Wouldn't it be? Well, some. It could be that they are trying to revive him if he's gone.
s-
Isaac, do you know if it's possible to reattach a soul into another vessel?
yes, absolutely.
So we have confirmation that they might be trying to revive Mithras then.
It's
It sounds like a jump of logic, but
certainly possible.
If
I've
you
Anyone?
think back to the earlier findings we had with the the sculpturists and the architects inside the cult of Mithras, was that related? Anyway, um, if you remember the first
Those books.
yeah. Was it
yes.
architect? Was it gargoyle beings?
The
I do
Christmas one.
remember.
Yes.
That was,
Yes, that was Christmas.
Feral Tremere attempting to recreate gargoyles after being an apprentice to a Tremere that was successfully creating gargoyles, but the Feral Tremere was fucking it up. And you'd remember that. So now you do.
Yeah, isn't the one where he shot the dude with the 50 cal rifle, like
Yes.
bada boom?
Well, we thought that was the Ripper.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
What about the whole thing with that and the gargoyles? How is that wrapping around to what you're talking about with trying to revive a god? Because I'm pretty sure gargoyles and god, I mean, they both start with G, don't get me wrong, but I mean, they also aren't the same as guard. But the point is they all start with G, and how does that work?
Well,
You
there's
go-
also the possibilities that if it's possible to make a being and a vessel like gargoyles, we have the possibility to summon the spirits into the vessels. They could be thinking about doing the same, right?
But why would they want to do that?
Who wouldn't
So as
try
far
to
as you
revive their
know-
own god?
As far as you know, is there any way violent deaths, killing kindred, sucking all the blood out of a body, maybe even animal thing, all these things that we're finding with the Ripper, would that in any way help revive Mithras?
It seems to me, with the Mithraean cult moving their location from place to place, I mean they're secretive and paranoid already. I'm certain they would avoid breaking the masquerade at all costs. But it feels and looks like they're being hunted.
I'm also not sure if it's them moving from place to place or we're seeing different sects of the same cult.
That's possible, but I believe it would be unusual for there to be so many different sects of the same cult in one area. But it's certainly possible.
From my research with the cult of Mithras, it is possible.
Oh, I see. Well, then it could certainly be separate groups.
I've actually had correspondence with someone who apparently knew Mithras when he was still around. And so I've had the chance to talk to him a little bit about Mithras and the cults. And he said that it's not uncommon to have several fractured sects.
Do the sects ever go to war with one another?
It didn't sound like it, but I can certainly ask him.
Wait, are you saying sects or sects? Because I'm curious now. I'm a little bit... I mean, it all sounds about the same.
Not blood orgies.
Why would you have a blood orgy? That sounds like more of a Tremere thing or a Venture thing.
Or a Toreador thing.
Yeah, I suppose Toreador too.
I feel like a Tremere would get sick at a blood orgy. They get the wrong blood and vomit.
No, I think they're good at what they do.
True. That's certainly a possibility. They could be multiple shattered sects that we found, and not just one group moving around. But still, at least some of those groups seem to have been targeted. They've been attacked.
So are they being attacked by the Ripper?
Wait, did we ever find that one girl that like got lost? The one, or well, I mean, the one girl we did find, but then it turns out that she kind of died at the bridge and everything like that. But I mean, like, we were trying to find someone else along the whole way to begin with, and I mean, this was before the whole like locking them up in like the church. Did we ever find them?
Was that Monica? No, we haven't found Monica yet. Oh, Monique. No, we have not found Monique yet.
Oh, okay.
We're still diligently searching.
Yes, diligently.
In the office of the pub.
Yes.
Yes.
Suddenly, the door to the office, because Aamon hasn't been there, the door to the office busts open, and Aamon walks in, and he goes, "Cancel your plans, losers. We're going to a party tonight." And he throws
the door
Pandora's...
was unlocked.
I know.
A party?
And I throw Pandora's invitation down on the desk.
The door was 2 days away from retirement.
I thought
I didn't do it hard enough that I would have damaged the door, but I did just violently shove it open.
Oh, what is this? Isaac would pick it up and look it over. Oh, it seems like we've been invited to a party. Something about celebrating a new something about celebrating a new member of the Camarilla. I'd certainly like to meet this individual.
Oh.
And Aamon just sticks his hand out as if to shake Isaac's hand. Like, here, go ahead.
Isaac would shake Amon's hand. Ah, yes, Aamon. You seem excited too.
Wait, but weren't you always part of the Camarilla? I mean, it's not like you really have been acting otherwise.
Yeah, it's not really much of a change.
I mean, I kind of, the whole time, it's... Wait, hold on. What's the date? I think I lost track of this.
Like today?
Well, I mean, I guess today would work, but I mean, if you want to tell me a few months ago too, like back when we were talking, yeah, let's go today for now, I think, because that might not be 2 months ago.
What?
Hi, what's the date?
Of
The
what?
day is today. Let's move along.
What?
It's the
What-
day
what-
of the party.
Yeah, what day's the party?
Today.
Oh, today, the 24th.
Yeah, what year?
I thought it was the 23rd.
We're in London. It's technically the 24th right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or we're in Oxford.
And we're not in
sorry.
London, we're in Oxford.
Nice.
Ooh, you know, we've all been a little messed up since that whole Wonderland thing.
But
A little.
what's the year again?
2020.
That's this. Oh, okay.
So, party. Of course there's a party. Any excuse for Pandora to throw a party.
But I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't have my nice suit.
You have a nice
Oh, we
suit?
stop by the place and get it.
Ooh, I get to stop by home and get it? I can show you Tila. Except you. You don't get to see her. Pointed him on.
Well, why can't?
That's okay. I'll wait out in the car with you, Aamon.
Aamon does not have good track record with Tila.
Does
One
Tila
time.
have any
One.
favorite toys?
Yes.
It would be good to
Oh,
keep
don't
that
remind him
handy.
about the toys. Don't remind him about the toys. The last time
What
he brought
toys?
up Tila's toys, he just sat in the back of the car squeaking it and squeaking it and squeaking it over and over
That's
and
because I was
over
trying to
again.
find her because someone was a dick.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was the same night, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, she really likes the hedgehog, and it kind of goes when you squeeze it. It's great. But see, she also likes the bone one, and that one's kind of like wee, 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 wee. But the hedgehog, I think, is the best one because it actually looks like a little hedgehog, right? Like, I mean, with the little brown fur and everything like that, and it's got like a little gray face with like a black nose, and it's like like grunting noise whenever you squeeze it. So like Tila just walks around the
Had
house.
to bring up the toys.
Like Tila just walks around the house like with this thing in her mouth, and I just hear it like all night, like. And she's
Do
like,
you
"Sweet."
think she would appreciate a toy that would crunch and bleed?
No.
No.
Crunch,
I thought
maybe.
dogs
Bleed,
generally liked those sorts of toys.
Would like to remind Kalo
No.
that it's not quite the same dog anymore. It is technically a hellhound.
Shut up.
Yeah, Kayla just makes it out to be this cute little dog, and then we show up, and it's just like,
Like Pet
So a
Cemetery.
beagle.
yeah.
A beagle and steroids. It's like
She like,
it's
she likes the one that goes right too, but I mean, like, really, it's about the one that's a lot better at the moment.
Cedra gets up and goes out to the bar.
I follow her.
You see
Well, I
Dolores standing behind the bar. She's like, hey!
Hey, I can use a drink.
What?
Make it a special one.
I mean, I'm on shift, but if you want to go into
Well,
the back
I prefer in a cup.
I haven't got a knife
She just
on
wants
me.
alcohol, Dolores. Dolores,
Oh!
just
Yeah,
alcohol.
Oh!
Alcohol.
Oh, okay. What would you like?
Wine. Dark red wine.
Oh, that's a drink?
We've got wine.
That's a drink?
We'll get you some more bartender manuals. Do you have anything back there? A large bottle that's dark red.
There's something so amusing to me about a bartender being told, yeah, I just want this simple form of alcohol. Wait, that's a thing? What?
My concern is if she's just letting out wine, what has she been feeding to the patrons?
There's this thing called Ball of Flame. That's red.
Not quite what wine is. Not even close.
Oh. But there's this stuff with this, I don't know, weird, possibly hieroglyphics on it. And something about villages. It's got a cork in it.
That. I want that.
Okay.
Is the label in French?
What's French?
I love Dolores.
Never mind, I'll take it.
All right. Are you sure?
Pour it in a glass.
It looks a bit old. You sure you don't want me to find something a
Even
bit
better.
newer? Okay.
The older
No,
the
I
better.
like it.
I mean, it says it was made in 1982, so it might be out of date.
Perfect.
Okay.
You know,
She
for
grabs a
second, I
whiskey
thought he was
tumbler.
gonna talk about
Puts it on the bar, and pours the wine.
Fine, I'll take it.
Okay.
I was half expecting talks about burning the countryside. I'm just saying.
Doctor, you were mentioning earlier about a gargoyle. Tremere was trying to create a gargoyle.
We came over a situation where trying to find Ripper, and we found someone trying to, well, recreating a living statue.
Do you think it's possible someone was successful and that our Ripper is one of these gargoyles? No.
It has been something of my in my mind that there's, but I would say from the small tidbits of the blood we found here and there, I would say no.
Very well.
It shouldn't taste the same. Well, if it's a gargoyle, it wouldn't taste the same.
Very well.
Unless something they have been using another ingredient. Well, anyway, we. Speaking of which, I haven't. I have in my possession a vial of blood from a werewolf. I have also tasted the blood on scene. I might compare those.
To what?
Well, if it tastes the same, then I would be.
Tastes the same as what though?
If they are tasting the same, would be knowing if there's a werewolf on the scene where the Ripper cases has been.
Wait, so you're gonna taste the blood of the one werewolf and then try some of blood that's other, like the old blood that, like, did we gather blood from those places, or are we talking about something different? Because I'm a little bit lost here as to where you're getting these two things of blood. I just heard one thing of blood, now you're talking about two. I mean, unless you're
We
talking
have
about
found
like out in the
some-
bar or something, because I'm sure there's lots of blood out there and people, but you know.
We have found fresh traces of blood on in the places where the Ripper cases has been happening.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, didn't we all find that that was
And
all victim?
several of those, I tasted several of those, but I haven't compared it to the the vial of blood I have from the werewolf.
Where was the werewolf?
He was on The party, the ball, the masquerade ball.
Oh. Was it a little gamey? I've always been curious. Like, are werewolves a little gamey? Because I mean, I figured like wolves, but I mean werewolves. Like, I figured they got to be a little gamey, because little extra, additional, space in there. No, it's not gamey.
Well, I will have a taste when I'll retrieve my final looking clothes for the event later today.
Are you gonna do it like a druggie? I'm just curious because I'm pretty sure that you have before, where you're like, dunk, like getting it back in there, like way at the back and whatnot. I'm pretty sure I've seen you do that a few times.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It would be nice if we can confirm a rule out, certainly.
If we can rule out werewolves, at least we're a big step closer. My biggest concern is that if it's not a werewolf, it must be some other kind of a creature, which is not a kindred. And
right,
that might be a bit over our heads.
Maybe we can get, like, I got this one and it looks like a steak, but it squeaks, and we can just go around the town and squeak in that. Because I mean, steak, probably more a werewolf thing than it would be for, like, unlike the hedgehog. I don't think that the werewolf would be too against the hedgehogs, but it might go for the steak.
I'm sure if you did go through the right area, squeaking the steak, you may be able to find a werewolf.
That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, it'll totally work out. I mean, you're looking for a werewolf, right? So I mean, we just like.
That sounds like a solo mission.
Cedra, glass of wine in hand, listens through the door, hears what they're talking about, goes back to drinking her wine.
Yes,
Aamon at this point is like behind the bar with Dolores, just picking up bottles, going, whiskey, wine. Yeah.
So why are there different
Go ahead,
glasses?
Evan.
What are they used for? Are they different amounts?
It's like an etiquette thing. Like certain drinks, you want to make sure you drink out of certain types of cups.
Why is this one so big? It looks like it could hold at least a pint. Is that for wine?
No, that's for beer.
Oh, what's beer?
Water!
Is that the stuff
You're
on these
gonna love
tabs?
this. Yes, that's exactly what that is.
I just thought you had really shitty water.
Have you ever been using this to like? Yeah. You haven't been using this to clean anything, have you?
I mean, like,
No,
seriously, I've seen her like
this-
a couple nights. Like, she just pours it onto a rag and starts wiping down the bar with the beer. It's hilarious.
I've been using this thing called Don Perignon. Brilliant cleaning thing.
Where's this at?
It's in one of the cabinets underneath. It's strange because it's stored in a fridge.
Can I see it? Can I see it?
Sure. She leans back and opens up this fridge, and it is filled with bottle upon bottle of Dom Perignon.
Oh my god.
No wonder this place is so sticky.
Are any of them
But
open?
it smells so nice.
Not to mention, like, holy crap, you should see.
Are any of the bottles
way
open?
things. It's pretty cool. She like takes a whole bottle, uncorks it, and just like pours it right around in the sink, and then scrubs it with a sponge. It's amazing.
Are any of the bottles open?
No, but they can be if you want.
No.
Do you want to help me
No.
clean?
We'll get you some better cleaner. Stop using that. It's not very good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is a very, very nice drink. You don't want to clean with it.
You should see what she wipes down the
Is
seats with. I'm just
Is this a
saying.
vampire thing, drinking cleaning fluids?
No.
It's not cleaning fluid. It's alcohol.
But I heard that drinking cleaning fluid helps keep you well.
That don't. Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Stop listening to the American government.
Yeah, don't you know Americans are idiots?
Like, if you're
I'm
ever
an
wondering
American, I
why
know
the
this.
bar stools, like, if you're ever wondering why the bar stools are sticky, just don't ask. Trust me, it's hilarious to watch her clean them.
All right, you can go back to the office now.
No, I'm in the office. I'm talking to them. I'm like telling them.
I
like,
know. I know.
I think Isaac would go ahead and walk out of the office and join the others out at the bar.
No, don't go there. You really don't want to sit on any of those stools. Trust me.
Why not?
I just told you. Trust me. It's amazing.
Trust you, the stools are amazing.
No. You know what? Enjoy your seat.
Very well. Isaac would walk out to the bar with everyone else.
He drove you out too?
Isaac would smile and say, "Oh, are you all back behind the bar now?"
I think we need to get Dolores some bartending books.
Bartending books. I don't know if I have any, but I could check.
I don't have any, but I have a source.
Should we hire
This
a
situation is
bartender
so
to train
ridiculous.
her?
It might not be a bad idea.
I mean, I'm all for reading books, but the last time I read that book on sneaking, in stealth, it was difficult to apply theoretical knowledge to real world situations.
What book did you read?
Walking Silently for Dummies.
That's for buffoons.
Oh, for buffoons.
You know, maybe you should help bartend.
Me? I've never been a bartender.
You and Dolores seem to have a similar amount of knowledge.
Isaac would go behind the go behind the bar, and he would like start looking for the whiskey glasses, and he'd grab a whiskey glass and grab a bottle of actually bourbon. Yeah, he'd grab a bottle of bourbon, and he'd put in a ice cube in the glass, and then he'd pour in the bourbon. And he's like, "Is there any sort of fruit here?" He'd ask Dolores.
Okay, I got it.
Well, I don't know, but I've got my suspicions about one or two of the customers.
She uses Goldschlager all over the bar stools. That's why they glitter. Like, that's not actually the upholstery. That's all the
Oh, I
fucking
thought they had
gold.
glitter in them. Caesar sniffs a bar stool.
Did you really just say that? You're sniffing a bar
welcome.
stool. It smells of Dom Perignon mixed with farts.
Oh, so she's not using Goldschlager. Otherwise, that'd smell like cinnamon.
Made you sniff it!
So Isaac would finish.
I'm going back to the office.
Isaac would finish mixing together an old fashioned, and he'd decorate with a little.
I'd like to
orange
point
peel.
out that Isaac wouldn't call it an old-fashioned, he'd call it a modern.
Okay. Sure.
I'm just waiting to see
Sure,
where this
we'll
situation's
go
going
with
to go.
that. Yeah. Hey, here you go, Dolores. Try this drink. It's called a modern.
It's actually an old fashioned!
And he'd hand it to Dolores.
She picks it up, necks it in one, and goes, I don't think you're supposed to drink it like that, are you?
No, it's generally a sipper.
Right. And how did you create this magical thing?
Well, you see, I took a whiskey glass and I put in bourbon, some sugar, a bit of bitters, and then I just garnished it with a piece.
You can mix drinks together?
Yes. And you can put other things in the drinks.
The possibilities are endless.
Oranges.
What color is an orange?
An orange is orange. Unless
that makes
it's
sense.
a blood orange. And then it's like a reddish orange.
Is a blood orange something that you guys can eat?
Sadly, no.
Good question. I can.
Well, this is all well and good, but why do I need to know this?
I think eventually it'll be great because we should tell her that you can actually light some of those alcohols on fire, and then that way, like, we can set the whole bar on fire. It'll be amazing.
Oh, God, no.
Those are the drinks we don't want to show her how to make.
I'm so glad that Kalo is not
I go
in
back into the
earshot
office and call our insurance agent.
Oh, hey, Cedra. How you doing? Did you enjoy sniffing the bar stool?
Well, you see, the cocktails and drinks aren't for us. They're for the kind customers that come in.
Oh. What's a customer?
They love this.
What's a customer?
A patron, someone who will come into the establishment who isn't one of us, who will pay us money to drink.
Hey, what's this pay thing?
I sit down at the bar,
You
put
haven't been
both
making
elbows
money?
up.
What's
I put
money?
both elbows up on the bar, and I just sit there and I just rub my face. I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to be anywhere right now.
Dolores, I know you're from one of the families, but did they really not teach you anything?
No. I know how to read and write.
That's good. That's good. That's better than some.
What is this money thing?
So,
Money's friend.
You know how trade for it, right?
Right.
Like if, for example, you want a drink and you would to say, offer me your shoes for the drink, but these days instead of bartering for a chicken for a shovel, for example, instead we use money. It's this paper currency, and
you use that as shoes?
You use it instead of. So instead of bartering one object for another object, you exchange these slips of paper that have value.
That seems very inefficient and prone to make people just compete for this sort of thing with no actual value to it.
Yes, they do. Some people have mountains of it, and they don't like to share.
Well, why wouldn't they share? If they shared this thing, then wouldn't everyone be better off with it? Are they dragons?
The dragons do like to hoard money, yes. But you see, that's why all these bottles we have, especially those bottles, I point to the Don Perignon, cost a lot of money.
Wait.
And in order for...
You're paying for these? Because I just thought I wrote them down in a book and they just magically appeared.
No, we have to pay for that. And those bottles are probably more expensive than most of these other bottles.
Oh.
It's a very expensive drink.
In the office, Cedra finds a marker and paper and just writes "Help Wanted" really big on it. Walks out through the bar to the front door and tapes it to the front door.
Yeah. You see, Dolores, we like to make money for ourselves as well. So we pay money for these bottles, and then when people come into
Wait, hang on. Does that mean that you'll be giving me money for doing this?
Well, we asked you and you said you wanted Frogurt.
Well, it sounds like I could buy more Frogurt with this money thing.
Yes, we could pay you, but in order for us to pay, see, it sounds like you've been giving away our alcohol for free. That means you've been costing us money. So technically, you owe us money now. So once you work off the money you owe us, we can start paying you.
But I thought I was just here in exchange for you feeding off of me, and, you know, there was that time with Xavier. I figured that was the fair trade here.
Oh, I see, I see.
Isaac, the bar is not going under any, so I think we're fine.
Oh, okay. I
as long
didn't
as we
realize.
start charging customers.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say, to start charging customers, but it sounded like everyone else was saying that we're supposed to give it out for free.
No.
For a bar that's been giving out free drinks, there aren't very many customers.
Wait, hang on. Is this currency thing also like these metal discs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I've been giving these drinks to people, and they've been putting these metal discs in. I thought, you know, I've started collecting them. I wondered what that was all about.
That's the money they're paying you for the drinks.
Paying us for the drink.
Oh, yes, paying us for the drink.
So when am I getting paid?
How many of those metal discs are there?
I don't know. I mean,
Dolores, show me.
It's getting
show me
very
the metal
hard
disc.
to close the till.
Do we have a safe? Something?
Surely we have a safe in the office.
Yeah, probably in the office.
So Isaac would try to empty the till out in some sort of like money bag to put in the safe.
Surely we have an ice bucket.
Yeah, that'll work too.
We probably have a safe in office.
Casinos.
And then he'll take a couple of the metal discs and he'll say, "Here you go, Dolores. Here's your cut."
Shiny. I could buy half a beer with this.
Now don't spend it all in one place now.
As soon as Isaac walks away, I just lean over to Dolores and go, "You can drink however much beer you want. We don't really care."
Dolores moves over to the tap, puts her head underneath the tap, and releases the tap.
No, we need the juice.
But properly put it in a cup.
You just hit a gargle. What?
Use a cup, Dolores. You know, when you were going off about how money is the root of all evil a second ago, I thought you were a pretty, smart cookie, and then... okay.
So I'll come out of the office. Are we drinking now? Chug, 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 chug.
Oh, God.
What? I mean, she is. So I mean, isn't that what everyone does when you see that? I mean, why is no one else chanting? It's pretty amazing. Do you think she can drink a whole keg?
I think we should promote Dolores.
Promote Dolores?
Yeah,
I think we need to
promote her
teach
into
her
the
first.
mascot of the place.
When you say promote, do you mean like put her out there and be like, look, she's amazing, or are you meaning like actually?
No, we kind of want to keep her a secret.
Because like I wouldn't recommend the elevating her. I mean,
We
I
should
think that-
hire proper staff and make Dolores the.
I just stuck
mascot
a
of the place.
help wanted sign out front.
Yes, I definitely agree, Dr. Bowie. I think Dolores is due for a promotion and she can work in the back. I
When
don't
you
know
say
what she'll do,
back,
but anything is better.
is that like a euphemism for something? Because like I don't know if I've ever heard the euphemism working in the
What
back
is it
before.
with
I
you
mean,
and
I've heard
euphemisms?
taking it in the back, but
She can be a blood doll in the back. That's her promotion.
yeah, I'm still not
I'm
getting it.
sure she could be a very competent bartender. She just needs a little training.
Yeah, I
I
agree
can
with Cedra.
Now that one I could see as a euphemism.
I can understand her needing training to be a bartender, but Cedra, she doesn't understand the concept of money.
So you want to put her in the back, in charge of the money?
I
Actually,
didn't say
think
she'd be in
yeah,
charge of the money. I said she'd be in the back away from the people.
I know, but
yeah.
you don't want to just stick her in the back and not let her do anything.
I mean, she could surf the internet or
Hold
something.
on.
I don't know.
I've got
Or in
it.
front of cat videos.
We'll hire a proper bar staff, and then we can make an expansion. We'll add a Frogurt area to our establishment, and we can put her in charge of the Frogurt. She's already shown to have a passion for it, and she may be very
Yeah.
eager to learn money so that she can be in charge of the Frogurt. We'll make that a requirement.
I mean, like, I know you guys look at me like I'm crazy, but I mean, really?
I just put my head back in my hands as I'm sitting there at the bar.
That's what I'm saying!
I think we need to get out of here. I could
Yeah.
use some fresh air.
That is definitely a euphemism, right? Because, like, that is used all
No.
the time as a euphemism. How about I say I have a headache so that way we can keep going with the euphemisms? What?
So where are
Mom
you
doesn't
going?
even move.
I think Aamon has a headache. Headache. Get it? Get it? See? Because he's holding his head.
I think I would like to stop by my haven and get ready for this party.
Anywhere but here.
Okay. So, Coterie reluctantly leave the bar, head into Aamon's nearby vehicle, start up, go off into the night. Is there anything you wish to discuss on your way?
What's the back window look like?
It'll be fixed by now.
So
as soon as Kalo enters the car and he shuts the door, you just hear Mom go, and it's coming with us.
So, I mean, really, talking about earlier, like, and then there's the pull toys. She absolutely loves playing, like, tug of war at times. Like, sometimes I just can't get her to stop. It's amazing.
Could we
then, so I
pop
then
by my
sometimes,
place first, please?
so I sometimes, like, wedge one end, like, into a
Sure.
door jam, and then let her grab the other, and so she just keeps on pulling at the door. It's amazing.
About how far away are we from my haven? I might just get out and walk.
Not walking distance.
Not walking distance, that's a shame.
Does Kalo wear a seatbelt?
Of course he does.
Okay, never mind then.
My mom's just thinking about crashing.
No, I was thinking about at like a
Brake
red light or whatever, just hitting the brakes really hard and trying to get Kalo to face plant on the seat in front of him.
Okay, so whose haven do you want to go to first?
I guess whoever's closest. We'll just
Actually, I think Cedra's within walking distance, so I probably shouldn't have even gotten the car.
Cedra's
But
probably
don't
is
you love
walking
hearing about
distance.
dog toys?
Dr.
Okay,
Boyage
so-
is closest by car.
So if Cedra's walking, then yeah, we'll go to Dr. Bowier's.
Okay. Aamon drops off Cedra I say, Aamon waves to Cedra as she walks towards her haven and drives up towards
Cedra!
the Oxford Radcliffe
Have
Hospital.
fun!
I'll tell you all about the dog toys. I'll even get video if I can.
They park up in the staff-only car park outside John Radcliffe Hospital. Each bundle out, and Dr. Boyer escorts them inside of the hospital, into one of the abandoned wings, down an elevator, and into his laboratory stroke chantry.
Why does the hospital play death metal?
Because the death metal video for this was particularly surgical.
Okay.
It was the video takes excerpts from Hellraiser 2.
Nice.
And also,
Oh, please.
well done for recognizing death metal.
Please, come. I wouldn't mind. It's the first time you're here, right?
As it would come in. Ah, yes, this is quite a nice place.
Yeah, it's the
I think
first time I've
Isaac
been here
would-
too.
Isaac would probably know almost immediately that the place is haunted.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't I too?
Oh,
Oh.
Doctor, do you have any issues with spirits?
No issues at all.
Oh. It seems, I mean, maybe it's nothing, but I could look into it for you, but I get the, you know when you just feel something? I kind of have that crawling skin feeling of there being a spirit around.
Mon's kind of
And
looking
is that an
around.
issue?
No, not necessarily.
Well, as long as you don't mind flying books, and I grin. Please come. Let's take the elevator.
Okay.
So, you notice that the player I bring you into an elevator behind kind of doors which kind of are blast proof, and it goes down for several floors down to that corridor where you have the really creepy feeling, and well, it kind of fits a bit. It's the same feeling when you talk to him over a period of time. There's something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and we get in, and it's a cozy little study. Not much, sorry. You might find some chairs under the books over there. Just
Isaac
be
would,
careful be careful when you move them.
Isaac would go over and he'd pull out one of the chairs to sit. This is a very nice place. It's quite secure. And he starts looking over the bookshelf. You've got quite the collection of books here.
Well, it's not the best collection. Well, I try to collect.
Indeed, it's quite
Feel
good.
feel free to browse.
Isaac would he would stand up and kind of glance across the books, looking for any interesting titles. He might pick one up and read the cover. Maybe crack one open and start reading.
Mostly the book's topics are about the studying of the body, the human body, the blood and hearts, diseases, and well, different kind of medicine books. And there's also quite a lot of occult topics. But
Yeah, I think
there's
Isaac
no
Powell-
kind of reference to blood sorcery.
Mhm. I think Isaac would gravitate to one of the occult books and start just reading it. He'd go
You
back
pick
down
up
and
Blue's Anatomy.
Blue's Anatomy. Blue's Anatomy. I have not read this one yet. Most interesting.
Meanwhile, I'll step back towards the step towards the back and out from a fridge. I'll take out the vial of blood I have gotten from and get a yes. Well, here's a sample of Mercy's blood. Let me. And I'll
and
do a taste of blood.
I'm just gonna poke all the books.
You don't need to roll for that. That'll be an automatic failure. It's not kindred blood.
Automatic. Yeah, but I was going to try to recognize if there are some similarities.
If you want to do that,
So
I would
I
like you
thought
to
I
make
needed to do a.
intelligence and awareness roll at difficulty 3, please.
I think he's comparing it to the Ripper's blood.
Yeah.
Yep. Intelligence and awareness roll difficulty 3, please.
Oh,
You can do it!
yes, please.
Fuck!
I'm gonna reroll.
You
I
can't
believe
do
in
it.
you.
2 of them.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
It's going to be one of those nights.
Yep.
can try it again, right?
Yeah, if I can, I would.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's good enough.
Thank you.
It is vaguely familiar to you. It's familiar in the same way that when you tried the Ripper blood, that was vaguely familiar to you, yet also exotic and different. This was the lupine vitae you were tasting, right?
Yeah.
So you will also,
the vial. Yeah.
for the remainder of the night,
Yeah.
have +1 difficulty in all your frenzy tests. As well as suffering from a slightly aggressive compulsion for the remainder of the night.
What? I'll put down the vial. Well, well, it wasn't the same. Oh, damn it.
I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong. It is familiar. It's not familiar. It's almost something you've had before, but it's still different. Just so we're clear.
I'm just gonna keep poking all the books.
I'm standing in that awkward pose where I'm trying to I'm trying too hard not to touch anything because this place creeps me out.
Come on, help me poke all the books. I'll bet you there's a like one of them is gonna totally open up a secret door.
Yeah, you go ahead and test that.
Kalo, books aren't for poking. Books are for reading.
No. I'll bet you anything he's got like a secret door around here, and like he is just the type to hide it behind a book.
And if he does have a secret door, why do we need to concern ourselves with it?
Why wouldn't we?
Because why should we invade another Coterie member's privacy?
Why wouldn't we?
Or perhaps while you are away, we should go take Tia for a walk. Maybe
Yeah,
Aamon
we've
can
already
take
had
Tia
someone
for a
do
walk.
that one. Stare at him on.
We've broken into his place before.
Say.
I'm not there. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. That's right. Just keep poking.
I'll go have a clothing change for some slightly better looking clothes.
Am I getting warmer or colder to your secret door?
Now
I
that's
thought
a
you always
euphemism.
were cold.
Oh.
And who said I only had one secret door?
Well, I was just asking. Start pulling the books then.
I think we went through the secret door on our way in. I don't know if there's any more.
You just said that there was more than one. Duh.
I think I saw a secret door outside.
No. That wouldn't make any sense at all.
I love how even Isaac's trying to get rid of Kalo now.
So, are you finished touching my books, Kalo?
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds kind of strange.
I'm done. Shall we move on?
Oh, come on, you found the euphemism in that, but not the just so close to your secret door. And then I get ready to walk out with the doctor.
Well, yeah, because I mean, well, that and also like, I don't think he really has a nice set of books.
Isaac would close the book and carefully put it back where he pulled it out at, and then
the secret door opens.
The remaining Coterie members walk back the way they came.
I wouldn't mind you borrowing it, Isaac.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It was just it was an interesting read.
As they get in the elevator, Kalo's just there, poking each one in turn, going, before they exit the entire hospital complex and head back into Aamon's car. As soon as they get in the car, first thing Kalo says is, where would you like to go?
Isaac, you said you wanted to head to your place, right?
Shenanigans!
And I guess, Kalo, you wanted to go to yours too.
Yes.
Yes, we can drop Kalo off at his haven, certainly.
The Carter Haven is much, much closer than Kalo's.
Okay, I suppose we could get the Carter.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you wish to discuss on your way?
God, I hope not.
So, like, I think that the idea of the steak squeaky toy is definitely a winner.
Certainly. I think this would be a good scouting mission for you, Kalo.
No, that's not the way I know how werewolves are. It's not gonna fucking happen.
No, Kalo, I think Isaac's got a point. You go do you try and find the Ripper by, squeaking a stick-shaped toy out in, the dark somewhere. I don't know. Sounds like a very you type of mission.
Your plan sounds a little half-baked. And that's saying something if I'm pointing it out.
In the northwest, I think there's some nice wooded areas where you can use the stake toy to try to draw something out.
So what? You're saying that like the Ripper like goes from out of town, drives into town, just hops off, and then goes kill someone, then drives back out to the woods? Like, that sounds fucking stupid.
I certainly think you can find a Ripper out there. Maybe not necessarily the Ripper.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
The little chuckles that I'm making right now are in the character, by the way, because I know exactly what plot of woods Isaac's talking about.
Nice.
The Coterie arrive at Headington Cemetery, round the back of Oxford Radcliffe Hotel. They each get out of the car and stand just on the entryway into the graveyard.
Well, I suppose you're welcome to come in, and Isaac would lead you through the graveyard into a mausoleum.
Hey, Aamon,
like-
we get to
Yeah.
like tour everyone's house. It's kind of cool. Do you suppose
Yes.
what do you suppose Cedra's house?
and keep your voices
That's a good
down. You don't
question.
want to wake the dead. And I'd give a chuckle.
Well, I mean, I talk to the
I'll
dead
chuckle
sometimes.
with
I
him.
don't get it. Like they'd like to talk a lot. Trust me.
That-
Like
They're both like kind of, and I'm sitting there going,
I'd unlock the mausoleum and then take everyone inside. We'd walk to the the back of the mausoleum, and there'd be a panel that would slide off to the side, and we'd go down into the secret area beneath.
Down into the
And,
secret area.
your guys'
The stench of death
houses are fancy.
fills all of your nostrils. Various bits of dead
Well, I mean-
body here and there. And of course, necromantic rites propped up on display.
like
Phew.
I hire a gardener to take care of the front of my house. So
A few robed members of the Cappadocian clan walk around. A few members of the Giovanni family walk around. At some point, you see someone who might be Nosferatu, but he might be Nagaraja. You just can't tell.
Give just like a little nervous wave at the guy.
hey,
Um. So make yourselves at home. If you want to read a book, I'll point over to my as we walk over to, I guess, my little area. I'll point over to my bookcase, and I've also got like a desk there. There's some skulls with candles, and just a various assortment of. There's probably like a shelf with a bunch of bottles of things, like bottled parts and insects.
I would like to
and
point out that there are no doors to anyone's chambers or anything like that. There's only one door which separates basically the main living area to the meeting area with the family. As they're all family,
Okay.
of course, they have no need for doors.
I'm not
The
gonna-
doctor looks excited.
I'll be rude and I'll go over to the bookcase and start.
yeah, I don't think he has any secret doors here. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense.
Right, of course. So yeah, I guess Isaac would go and get changed for the ball event, and then when he would come back, he would ask, "Now, as I recall, we had to follow up with that Tremere individual. We wanted to get information from him, and you had asked me to possibly leverage that spirit of Morena. Was that something you were interested in or not?"
Actually, yeah, now that you bring it up, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, that's still something that's on the table.
Very well.
Wait, who?
And
Remember that girl that died in the river?
Mariah?
Yeah.
Or is it
did
Mariah?
Yes.
No, which
well,
one?
I am
Mariah,
Morena.
One or the other.
Well, yeah, it's
You guys have gotten every single name wrong so many times. I'm just not going to correct it anymore. I know who you're talking about, and that's all that matters.
Steve.
Now, did you want to summon forth her spirit and just question her? Or did we want to use her as a bargaining chip with this Tremere individual? You said he was rather smitten with her.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. I guess we could. That might be an option.
Yes, we could always promise him to arrange for him to see her one last time.
I'm not against it. I don't know how the rest of the coterie feels, though.
Like that, people talk to me every other day, I swear, so it's not like that big of a deal.
No, I mainly meant like Cedra and Xavier because I accidentally mentioned killing the guy last time and Xavier blew his lid. So.
Well, I mean,
Didn't actually.
But that's Xavier. When doesn't he blow his lid?
Yeah, true.
Xavier has a lid.
I say into the void.
If he's talking to do it like now, not like now, later now, then what's it matter? Because neither one of them are there. Like, it's just us.
Well, I mean, Shiv, what time would it be right now? Is it like still early?
Yeah, it's definitely early.
Okay. I mean,
So, like,
as
how
long
long
as
is
we
it-
still have time for the party, I guess it could be something that we do. But because I would not want to piss Pandora off and not show up to my own party that she planned for me.
I suppose we could always do this after the party.
That's true. Nothing like being inducted into the Camarilla and then going and
being late
bartering,
to your own party?
threatening, I don't know, an anarch.
Yes, that
Wait, who are
seems
you
very Camarilla.
Who are you threatening now?
Do you remember that I forgot that you were there for that. You remember the receptionist at that place I told you not to touch anything at?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
They
guy.
were really nice. Why did you threaten them?
We haven't yet.
Why would you?
Well, because he might have information that we need.
On what?
The Mithras stuff.
We don't need to threaten him. We can just offer him an exchange.
Right, I'm just saying threaten because I don't know exactly how he's going to react to, hey, you know that girl you really liked? Here's her disembodied spirit because she's dead now.
I mean, we don't have to tell him that.
Right, but when he shows up, he's going to find out.
He is? Why are we bringing him along for it?
Like, I've never raised a spirit from the dead before. I don't know how this is going to go down. You gotta remember, I'm the new guy here.
I'm just wondering why we're bringing him along to that party.
We're not taking him to the party.
No, I mean that party, not your party. That is in the past. It doesn't matter. So
Which
not
party?
your party, that party, the one that he's throwing with the dead girl.
Well,
Okay.
the Tremere individual was stalking Maria,
Right?
so we could offer him one more chance to speak with her and actually introduce himself.
Oh,
exchange-
that's what you're wanting. Okay, so you're wanting to. Okay.
He can find out after the fact that we're summoning a spirit.
Right, but I feel like as soon as he tries to talk to her, he's going to be like, hey, where's your entire living body?
You
That
guys
was
are
the bit
making
I
this
was
way
most
too
interested in.
complicated. Yeah, right. I mean,
Well,
like,
this way, he'll get to know who she really is. He'll get to have a conversation with her soul.
I don't think that
Literally.
guy really cares. I don't,
Yeah.
considering what he was doing, I don't think that guy cares.
In that case, we don't, unless you think he has valuable information, we don't necessarily even need to speak with him. We can just speak with Maria.
Well, it'd be an interesting thing to look into because of the fact that we found out that Maria was being groomed per se by the Tremere to be indoctrinated into their clan, and for some reason, some anarch Tremere from across the way was stalking and obsessed with her. And then her last words were "Cult of Mithras," bleh. I don't know, kind of a interesting thing to look into.
Certainly.
I mean, she might have more information than he would, but it's better to cross off all your boxes than just a couple that you think are important.
Sure. And we can always see if we can make a bargain with him. He may not even be interested in having a conversation with Maria. We may be able to ask something else of him. Or if it's a bust and we can't get any information from him, we still have a backup.
did you say
That's true.
bust? Because I bet he would enjoy a bust of her. Like, specifically her bust.
I said backup, as in a backup plan for when your primary plan fails.
If it's a
Like-
bust. Oh.
Yes, if it fails. Kind of like if your favorite pet gets busted and broken and you need to get a backup.
Did you just
Stop.
threaten my dog? Probably not a good idea. Like, you should ask
No.
Aamon about how that went.
Of course not.
You
But
sure?
positive.
You're really
I would
sure?
never- You've got your backup. I was referencing the past, my friend.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You don't get to see Tila either.
I'm so disappointed.
You should be. She's amazing.
Point, we're going to take a break.
She's
Okay.
So we'll be back in about 10-ish minutes or so. Not time for a
one
come
Sean
on.
Connery.
No, that's when he went to Wimbledon. 10-ish.
Oh?
About 10-ish.
It's not wearing pants.
Welcome back.
True.
The Coterie have left Headington Cemetery and are all bundled back in Aamon's car. Where would you like to go?
Well, we went to the doctors, we went to Isaac. Kayla, you wanted to go to your haven, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I need to get my nice suit on.
Well, I guess we're headed to Kayla's.
Anything you wish to discuss en route?
No, I got nothing.
Thank God.
The car proceeds in absolute silence to Kalo's haven. They pull up at the familiar building outside, get out of the car.
Oh,
and
no, I
approach.
don't get out of the car. I stay in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Three
mean,
of
the
them.
only person that's allowed inside at this point is Dr. Boyer. Isaac
Two
and
of them
Aamon, no.
get out of the car and approach the building. Famous,
So
of
this is-
course.
Caesar wouldn't be going in anyway.
Well,
Famous,
you're
of
not
course,
there.
for having
You're
J.
not with us, huh?
R. Tolkien live inside of it.
So this is my house. So you can touch whatever you want, but I recommend not touching the computer. I wouldn't appreciate that too much. You know.
Dr.
it's
Berrier can also just about hear the faint, jovial activity of a child running around in the background.
So, try not to like touch the computer because like, the computer's not exactly the best thing to go for. It's mine. Has lots of work stuff on it. It's probably boring as hell for you. Like you probably won't enjoy it, but I mean, whatever. So I mean, like if you want to come in, you can. I don't really have anything to eat though, so it'll be a little strange, but you can still come in if you want, or you can stay out here, or I can bring Tila out if you want. But you have to make sure Tila doesn't leave the yard because, as we know, if I do, then Aamon will probably eat it again. So you want to go inside, or you want to stay out here?
I'll join you.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm gonna go inside.
You go up to the door, and before you even put your key in, Tommy opens the door for you, and then skips off down the hall.
So I'm gonna go inside, and then do. Tila!
I'm not doing the impression of a dog.
Right,
Do you need me to
Kalo
do
probably
that?
for you.
I'm a beagle nonetheless.
Right. The beagle flies in on its kennel with a little yellow bird following it.
Woohoo!
Snoopy.
There's my Tila. Yeah, right. Snoopy.
Or should I say, Snooty?
Snooty, come home, come home.
Wait, so was it a reference, or does he actually own a little bird now?
No, it was just a reference.
Okay.
He's just having fun.
That's a valid question.
It is. It's
With
a very
Kalo,
valid
it is,
question.
yes.
You never know. All right, so head on over towards my room because I need to change. Maybe like I'll put on my nice blue suit. I'll actually leave the pistol behind. Wait, no. Yeah, I'll go without the pistol this time.
I'm imagining one of those 70s style tuxes with all the ruffles.
No. It's a business suit. Very well made business suit. Blue. It's good stuff. I'll comb my hair, which I guess I could have while I was, but I didn't want to make Shiver jealous by actually seeing my hair look nice. And not to mention that I have to be competing with Cedra, and like I don't want to be competing with Cedra.
Yeah, you think you could compete with Cedra?
Exactly my
I don't
point.
have my
right?
hair.
I know, and that's the point. Like I have all of it, but then like I would have to start measuring and then be like, yeah, I know. It's just not enough to do it. So I mean,
This is the conversation Kalo's having with himself in the mirror as he's getting ready.
Right. Exactly. I'm glad everyone gets that because
So, Kalo, I asked
Yeah?
from the door.
So what's up?
Whose kid is it?
That's my kid.
When did you get it?
When did I not get it?
Well, you haven't talked about your kid before.
Well, why would I?
Well-
Like, there's no reason to talk about my kid. Like, honestly, like, not as cute as Tila. And frankly, does not clean up the floor nearly so well as Tila either. Like, Tila is amazing at that.
So his name is Tommy? How old is he?
Oh. What, you keep track of all your kids? Wait, do you have kids?
No, I haven't.
Well, that's a little weird. Why haven't you?
You need to be 2 to get one.
So?
Doesn't that answer itself?
But no. Why would...
Am I 2? Am I married? No.
Oh! Why would you need to be married to have a kid?
That's the proper way, isn't it?
What century are you from? So, keep on putting the suit on and everything, getting the hair all
That's
slicked
the
back.
difference between to being raised in a proper family or not, isn't it?
No. That's just the time of the
Yes.
generation. I mean, frankly, if you're talking about something from like 1930s, then I suppose you're right. But I mean, that gets a little bit weird. It's a little bit sexist these days. I mean, I would not recommend saying that sort of crap like around other people where you're having to manage them. Let me tell you, like that sort of crap is serious and it does a lot of fucking paperwork. Like the amount of paperwork I have to deal with people doing that sort of nonsense, like it is insane. I have to pay thousands of dollars, like every year just to get some of the friggin' people to go through training, which is more or less like stop being a frickin' moron and like sexually being weird. Like just be a normal fucking person. Jesus Christ. So then, after all of that nonsense, then I have to come home and worry about all this? Nope. I will tell you right now, I am not having to tell you about that. You want to go through that training? You go through that training, but sign of the times.
I'm not sure how you actually managed to interpret uh, how you managed to go down that thought sequence. But I just said I was planning to get married before I got a kid, and it didn't happen.
Can I get you a drink or anything? I mean, I know I don't really have blood around here, but still, like, if you want something, I'm pretty sure I got some orange juice over there somewhere.
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How old is the kid?
I don't know. I don't keep track of that sort of thing.
So you don't know when he was born?
Well, it's not like I actually, count. Why would I count that sort of thing? That seems weird.
That's not weird at all.
Oh. Well, you could always ask him when his birthday is.
Sure. Where's the kid?
Okay. Yeah,
I'll go look for the kid.
You walk in on the child, who is playing with what you assume to be some sort of chicken gizzards, still dripping with blood, using them like cat's cradle.
Well, the hobbies are right.
So where is this great vampire?
Master is resting under the ground.
Hi, Tommy.
The tomb,
Can I introduce myself?
Fascinating.
Can I introduce myself?
Doesn't say anything, he's just too engrossed with the guts.
I'm Walter.
Okay.
Engrossed.
Tommy, don't be a dick!
He sighs.
How old are you then?
Why do you want to know?
How old are you? Well,
I don't know you. I shouldn't talk to strangers.
Don't worry, he's not a stranger! He's just
He's a stranger
weird.
to me. How did you
He didn't
hear
introduce
me?
himself? Because I can hear everything!
Well, that's not scary at all, is it?
Oh my god, are we really gonna have this conversation right now, Tommy?
God, Dad, you're so unfair. You never let me do anything.
That's because you want to do weird things, like go play.
With Tila?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can't do that with Tila.
We let
Tila's an
your
inside
friend in the
dog.
mask do it.
No, I didn't. I did not let him do that.
Whatever.
No, I just really think this isn't the right color time for this.
So, Tommy, Do you want me to bring something the next time I visit?
Purple, maybe? Yeah.
Go with the black, Dad.
Black is too formal!
But it's so thinning on you.
Oh my god.
Can you bring me some more entrails?
I can do that, yes.
That'd be fun.
So, how many meters?
Ooh. Is 3 too much?
No, the human body has 8, so that's fine.
Oh, that's even better.
So, are we going to be friends if I bring some entrails?
So where is this great vampire?
Sure, why not?
Master is
Cool.
resting
Well,
under the
see you later, Tommy.
Don't say cool. It's really weird when a grown-up says cool.
Oh, I won't then.
Okay. You should act your age.
Oh, see you later.
Bye! And picks up the guts. And
Not
then
finished yet. Kalo.
Man, let me tell you. Like, maybe I should go with the black. I don't know.
Use a bow
Oh, red
tie.
and gold. No, because red and gold and the blue. I mean, that is very classic. But classic power. No, I'm not wearing a bow tie. That's not being strange too. My God, you are from the 40s or something.
You
I'll
hear the
threaten
car
mine.
honk
Who
from
taught you how to
outside.
dress? Like Bill Nye the Science Guy? Let's see.
I straightened
just
my
hear a
bow
very-
tie. I know. Sorry.
You just hear a very disgruntled, like, "Huh, huh," as I'm honking the horn outside.
Fine.
Does Kalo know how to dress himself, Aamon?
Do you know? I would have said yes, but knowing Kalo, I don't know.
Does he always
Use
wear
the
the
yellow
same thing,
dotted
or is it
one, Kalo.
different outfits?
Are you asking?
You
how to
know,
dress?
I think I've only ever seen him in the one outfit.
I'm asking.
15 minutes later,
Yeah.
Kalo finally steps out of the house. Fairly dapperly dressed, wearing several different ties.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to go with. Don't judge.
As you approach the car, you can just see that Amon's like looking in your direction and just honking the horn even more.
Hey, Aamon!
Ah, Kalo, you're looking quite dapper. Interesting
you don't-
choice.
Don't even. You're not getting Tila rights that easy.
So where is this
That's fine. I can earn the ability in the future. For I just want to let you know, you've dressed yourself very dapperly. You do have an interesting tie choice, but otherwise,
I'm still debating.
well done.
I'll figure it out before we actually get there.
Cedar's Haven next.
We're gonna go pick her up. Yeah.
No, I think Caesar went
I think
by
we need to pick her up.
herself.
To
Oh,
her haven.
Yeah, we gotta go
Yeah,
to her
do
haven
you-
to pick her up.
would you have wanted us to pick you up, or did you want to just go straight to it? Okay, yeah.
So, the car journey starts off. Kalo trying on each tie, trying on all the ties together, then going back to one tie at a time, two at a time, then back to three at a time, going back to one at a time. Everyone in the car loses their patience, and eventually they pull up outside Cedar's Haven.
finished yet, Kalo?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with the purple one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the green one. No, not green. I think green really doesn't suit the mood right now.
Aamon,
Yeah.
go fetch Cedra. I don't think I'm
Oh,
welcome
okay.
in there.
Oh, thank God. And I just get out of the car.
Kalo,
I'll
have
walk
you
up.
tried a white tie?
This is not a white tie affair.
Aamon
I don't
walks
really know
into
that. Yeah.
Cedra's haven.
Okay.
Probably meets her in the hallway, I would say, because he'd have no idea where the secret trapdoor is to go down to her haven. You've usually
Yeah, I'm just
got to buy her
walking
at least
around.
3 meals first.
So the Haven is a mosque, not a mosque, but a Arabic library, basically.
Hmm.
It's not the word I'm looking for. Library.
You just find him on, like, looking around, like, with his hand out, like.
I've got the
I know I've
trapdoor
been
open.
here
I'm like, hey, over here.
And I'll nod and walk over. Oh,
Are
thank
you
God I got
not
out of
dressing
that
up
car.
for this?
He's wearing his best mask.
I really am. No. I thought about it. I've got my suit from the ball still in my car somewhere.
You want to grab it and put it on?
I guess. I wasn't
I mean,
sure
you
how
are the
fancy
guest of
a party
honor.
this is. True. I just didn't know how fancy of a party this was going to be. I'll probably walk back out to the car and grab the suit and walk back in.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had 2 like poster things, if you will.
Booster
Like
things.
poster containers. You know those brown tubes that you normally keep posters in?
Yeah.
Or that they
So when
Yeah,
Aamon
Aamon.
comes back in, I'll still be there with the trapdoor up because otherwise there's no way you would have found it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on down, you get changed down here.
Okay, and I go down and
You descend an iron staircase down into a cozy library-looking place with draperies and curtains all around.
this
I point
is
to
a
one
much
curtain.
better place than everywhere else I've been tonight.
And don't forget the sound of
It's just a
running
little
water.
hole. Yeah, and there's this constant sound of rain. Excuse the rain. It's a rain stick gone bad. You can get changed back there. I point to some drapes that are sectioning off part of the room.
And I'll go back and do that. I'll probably be like talking back and forth with Cedra through the curtains as I'm getting changed or whatever.
And of course,
So-
Cedric already be all changed. Formal, sorry. Semi-formal, sorry.
So after like 30 minutes of waiting for Kalo to come out of his house, he comes out wearing like 5 different ties.
Oh, that reminds me. You'll see a tie up in there. Will you grab that? We'll give that to Kalo. I'm sure it'll go with whatever he's wearing.
Okay.
And
Now he has-
a obnoxious rainbow-colored tie.
Oh god, no.
You couldn't decide on one color, so now you're going to get all the colors. And then once I finish getting changed, I'll step out with the tie in hand.
You'll probably have to step around one pile of books. Next to a chair. And even though you're a vampire, you'll probably have the urge to pee because of the constant sound of water.
Genius.
You said a rain stick?
Yeah, you know those big sticks where you turn over, it sounds like rain? Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't know that was a thing when I made it, so I can't stop it from raining.
Can't rain all the time.
I was young.
Oh, okay. You just kind of see him kind of shake his head as if he's just like, I don't even know why I'm questioning this anymore.
After you. Up the iron stairs.
And I head back up the stairs.
So
When
you
we
go-
get up, I close the trap door and I put the rug back over it.
I just want to say you go up the irons. No one? No one's an Iron Maiden fan?
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I'm an Iron Maiden fan.
Up the irons.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. What song it?
Yeah,
It's not
so
a song,
am I.
it's just what their fans say. Up the irons, because they like football. So you say up the irons.
Oh, I haven't heard that here in the States. My bad.
Bloody
Yeah, I haven't heard that
kids.
either.
I'm despondent.
I'm sorry. I do like their song Final Frontier, though.
I guess we're headed to the party now. Finally.
So when we get into the car, I just hand the tie to Kalo.
Ooh, that's an interesting color. I don't think it'll really go, though, with this one. But you know what? It totally would have gone with my black suit. Hey, can we go back to my place so I can get my black suit instead?
No!
Oh.
Okay.
I think it'll go well with whatever suit you wear.
Nope. Totally doesn't work. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it totally won't work with any suit. It's just not the way this thing works.
Anyone know where Saber is?
I don't think
figured-
he's coming.
Yeah. I don't think that the lone anarch of the group would be coming to a Camarilla celebration party.
I'll just shake my head. Not saying anything.
So the car proceeds along, with Kalo still trying on various different sizes, but always scornfully looking at the rainbow-coloured tie he was presented. Eventually he makes a decision and ends up wearing the rainbow-coloured tie. They park up near
Don't
Elysium,
you?
head out of the car, go towards Carfax Tower. As per usual, a member of the crowd, nearly faceless in how generic he is, just appears, takes all their weapons. Coterie head
I
inside.
brought a spare cane.
Nope. Coterie head inside. Make sure there are no kind watching. Open up the secret door and head down the iron staircase into Elysium.
Kindred really like their hidden doors and spiral staircases.
Why do you think I was looking for one at the hospital?
Had an elevator.
Pandora has ensured that Elysium is hers for the night. There are various kindred present. Some are dancing, while others converse. Even Lorvan is there, sat at a table, in an opposing corner to Pandora, with shadows surrounding him. In her place, in one of the corners, surrounded by red environmental light, is Pandora, talking with someone the Coterie don't know. Overlooking the whole scene is one of the constable's deputies.
I'll probably head over to the table Pandora's sitting at and kind of do that little nod and almost like a silent ask of, is it okay to sit down?
She greets you with as much of a smile as someone at her age can muster, and lack of humanity, and greets you, gestures for you to take a seat.
And I happily sit down.
I follow him on over.
Yeah,
She still
Isaac
stands.
would follow the group over, and he'd give a nod to Pandora respectfully.
She'd return the nod, gesture for you all to take a seat.
Let's sit down.
Are there like waiters taking orders, or people walking around with trays, or?
No, you got to go up to the bar. Or you could just ask, well, Pandora just greets you and says, would anyone care for a drink, first of all?
I'll take a drink.
Yes, please. That would be lovely.
I'll have whatever you have that's the strongest.
Are you sure?
Maybe not the strongest. I'll just have what I had last time.
He's had to deal with a Kalo a little bit tonight, so Kalo's strong.
I see. She gestures up at the bar. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say that when I was going over to Pandora, I was just saying Pandora, just short, snub, slightly angry tone, and I'll sit down without kind of waiting.
Yep. She gives you, she just raises an eyebrow at you. Gestures over to the bar. Makes a 3 gesture. Spins around. Moments later, barman walks over. Silver tray. Hands each of you that asked a chalice of vitae. I'm so glad you joined us, Aamon. And fashionably late, too.
Yeah, that was my
Sorry
fault.
about
I
that.
thought I lost these, but we'll get to that later. I pointed the cardboard tubes.
Interesting.
We don't know what's in those, by the way.
Well, of course not. That would kind of ruin the surprise.
Well, as you know, Aamon, this celebration is in your honor of joining the Ivory Tower. But make no mistake, there are still kindred here who would wish to manipulate you for their own gain. Several present.
All do.
Doesn't surprise me.
Several present will, no doubt try to adopt you. They will compete to be your sire.
Interesting.
You don't have to.
They can't adopt him, he's ours.
You don't have to agree or acquiesce to them, but some will take offense if you don't show what they think of as proper respect when you rebuff them. Tread carefully.
Understood.
Kalo, you're becoming
Yeah.
a rare sight these nights.
Well, not really my fault. I mean, I've been busy.
Who else's fault could it possibly be if not your own?
Well, work calls away. Got the whole deal with the dog that I had to handle with for a while there. It's been busy.
I'm sure. So, please, feel free to mingle. Just be on your guard.
Is there something specific we should be looking for?
As always, kindred politics will come first. But do enjoy.
I was just gonna say, other than Lorvan, Pandora, and of course the person that she's talking to, or that she's with right now, just visually looking around, what types of other people do I see?
That you see?
Mm-hmm.
You would recognize the Banu Hakim Primogen.
Mm.
I would say that you probably remember Mark Nelson
Mm-hmm.
and the woman from the photograph that Maria showed you.
Oh,
Hold on. I have to look at the doc real quick. I can't remember.
He's right there.
Wait, was the picture of Monique? I remember Maria showing us a picture. I just don't remember exactly what it depicted.
It was not Monique.
oh, I don't remember this.
Was is the info about the photo in the document? Because I'm just trying to remember. Oh my God, Kalo! Stop throwing
Fine.
in.
I would suggest that you record this one this time, but the photo, you will recall, was Erindred holding a familiar-looking mask outside a place you are unfamiliar with.
Okay. I kind of nudge Cedra in the a little
I don't
bit
believe
and
I
kind
saw
of
this
point.
photo, right?
Oh,
Correct.
yeah, you probably didn't. I guess I would nudge the doctor then, and just kind of point in the general direction of the woman.
Oh. Erindred. I need to talk to her. Thanks.
But remember, she was in that photo.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, just as
You
long
fucking
as
didn't.
um. I don't. Everything I always do makes it seem like I'm still blood bonded to Cedra, and I'm not. But it's like thinking about everybody that's here. The only person that would really share common interest with Aamon would be the Banu Hakim.
I thought you were going after that picture.
No, I know, but
I'm
I'm
looking around. I walk up to Kalal and bow deeply.
Child, a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to.
It is always good news that the Camarilla has expanded, especially when one of the signs of Gehenna has been folded into our own.
I believe my companion Aamon made a wise choice.
Indeed he did. We would hate to have him removed permanently. It's much better to make allies.
Indeed, it is. Although I have taken a certain liking to him, I would be sad to see him go.
Lau raises an eyebrow and looks you up and down. Perhaps you would do me a small favor and introduce us formally?
It would be my pleasure. And I lead him over to Aamon.
That's right. I forgot. Cedra's still one dot blood bonded to me, isn't she? I had totally forgotten.
Although I think this is the last week for that.
Probably.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, really?
You
I
can
thought
resist
it
it. You can resist it. But it doesn't just
I
automatically
think-
drop off anymore.
Oh, I thought it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I thought it was just a matter of time. Anyway, I lead him over and say, Aamon, I would be honored for you to meet the Banu Hakim Primogen Kalo.
I stand up and I bow. I believe we've met before, but it's nice to see you again.
Is different circumstances now that you actually belong to the Camarilla. we can be formally
There.
introduced.
Mhm.
I acknowledge your presence and your existence. No
That's a
longer are you a
compliment.
target.
That's
Also
Pleasing
a
to hear.
compliment.
Please tell me, as I understand it, you are Bruja, correct?
I am, yes.
One of the
I don't believe he knows his sire, though.
No, I do not.
Indeed.
I was pretty much sireless throughout my embraced life. So
Then
far.
perhaps we can be of mutual assistance to each other. I have been somewhat instrumental in helping the Banu Hakim acclimatize to the Camarilla. As Cedra will attest, the Camarilla is quite different from what we were before. Tell me, is it true what they say of the Bruja physical prowess?
Yes, it is.
And Cedra has
Aamon has been quite the warrior.
Cedra has indeed mentioned that you are very skilled with blades.
Oh man, I wish we were in Elysium and I still had my sword. I would totally flash it, you know? But yes, I am. I'm glad to hear that word of me has gotten around.
The masquerade is quite important to us. Not so much the other traditions, of course, but I would be very interested in taking you as my child if you would be interested in taking the position yourself.
That is a very tempting offer, considering the Banu Hakim seem to be the most physical. No, what's the right word? Sorry, my brain's blanking right now. Is the more appropriate choice for someone of my abilities.
I didn't
And
know
as
you
I
were
say-
looking to become an assassin.
We can be of mutual benefit to each other, as I have indeed helped the clan as a whole assimilate into the Camarilla seamlessly. I could do the same for you.
I see. Well, I'm always looking for an excuse to put my skills to good use, and haven't been able to in recent weeks.
A warrior should always be at his peak physical strength. Ability. It's infectious, Aamon. It's infectious.
I'm sorry, my brain no do words good.
What? Your brain do word good.
Not when I'm talking to somebody important where I have to watch what I'm saying.
Who could also kill you?
Yeah, that too.
I break you like pencil.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Cedra has spoken nothing but good things of you. It seems that we have a lot in common.
Interesting.
We see ourselves as enforcers of justice. Of course, someone else within the clan has to decide what justice is. It's not for the Camarilla to say what justice is, that is for us to say.
That sounds pretty much right down the alley that I was heading towards myself.
Excellent. So, may I take you as my child?
Yes, I think that would be most beneficial.
Excellent. Are you aware of where the Banu Hakim Haven is located?
I've been there once, yes.
Good. I shall arrange it that you have unfettered access.
Why, thank you.
I thank you. Cedra, have a lovely night. He dips his head to the both of you. And walks
Pleasant
away.
evening.
Back. Well,
Oh.
that was easy.
Brother.
Sister.
Your life is full of choices at the moment.
Yes, and to be completely honest, that was one of the more easy ones to make.
I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, I mean, what am I gonna do? Go read books with Dr. Bowie?
Well, I mean, I do a bit of book reading, but it's not
Right.
mean that you'll be around. It's cool.
Right, true. I'm just making light of the current. Well, not that it's not good in the first place, but you know me. I always work through humor. And I would probably actually go sit back down with Pandora.
So before he sits back down, like, you know, with Pandora, I'm like, Pandora, I need you over. Just like right over there.
This had better be good, Kalo, to get me out of my chair.
Well, what do you think I would be doing if it wasn't good?
Yes, what is it, child of Malkav?
Okay. So this is for the prince, and I hand her one of them, and then I take the other one, and I go, and this was supposed to be like for you to the prince with the whole thing, but I mean, business has been just a pain in the neck, and I'm not even really sure what exactly happened in Asia still. Like, I'm still trying to work through that whole nonsense. But anyway, the point is, if you wanna, because you know, I mean, I think she'd like it. So you know, there you go. There's it. There's the other one. If you want to give that to her at some point.
Let me just show these off to the stream.
So what?
I'll just show those off to the stream. So that's
Oh,
the
okay.
book, for the prince. The Chat
Where are we
Noir.
looking at this at?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I thought that both
In
were
the
both
roll
right. So one
window
of them's
on the
book and one
stream.
is a poster.
Oh, okay.
And presented to Pandora. Creatures of the Dark Continent. She takes the book for the prince, tucks it under her arm. She takes the book that you presented to her,
I
runs
thought it
her
was a
hand
poster
over
for
it.
her.
Is it a poster?
Yeah, the second one was a
poster
poster.
of
It was
the
the,
Chat Noir?
yeah.
Oh, so it's
The
a poster of the Chat Noir.
Well, painting, but
Whatever. Rolled up,
yeah, exactly.
as you do with paintings.
Well, I mean, you know, well, no, it would be inside of a protected thing. You can actually do that.
That's how they ship them.
She keeps it tucked under her arm, takes the book, runs her hand over it, briefly opens it, flips to a couple of random pages, smiles at you and says, "This is unexpectedly kind of you. I shall treasure it."
Why wouldn't I try to get her out of it? I mean, of course I wanted to try and get you out of trouble. That was the whole thing. When I heard that you got in trouble, oh, trust me, I was trying to find something. But work has just been a pain.
I'm glad that I was at least secondary to your work.
Well, it's not like I can exactly say no to work.
As you say. Thank you very much, but I shall give you the same warning I have given to others. Make sure that you're not seen giving gifts away to other kindred. It is something that can be easily taken advantage of.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. But it was for the prince.
Thank you, Child of the Moon.
Anyway, Okay, because I didn't want the other people to know that I was actually doing the whole thing. Because I mean, the whole point was like you're supposed to actually kind of be like down a secret at the whole party thing, but then the whole thing with the party and the party. So the point is I didn't
There
want
is a
them
point.
knowing about it because then they probably won't they'll probably start asking me for crap if they actually find out that I actually have money. It's just one of those things.
I understand. And it
Exactly,
would be
right?
of benefit to me if it was kept secret also.
I mean, like, just imagine if Amon's like, "Oh no, that person broke my window. Kalo, replace my window," and I'm like, "No, dude, it's your freaking car. I'm not paying for it." But I mean, like, I can't let him know that's freaking pocket change. I mean, what the fuck is the point of that? Then I'd have to like tell everyone about my money, and I don't want everyone to know about that.
Why did you break his window?
I didn't break his window. Someone else did. They broke
As
the window
usual,
and
I
then
feel
stole a book on
both
shaking.
enlightened
It was really
and
weird.
confused talking to you.
Well, I mean, they broke his window to like get at this book about shaking that like the doctor really liked. I think it was the doctor. Yeah, it was the doctor. And then the other one, the old guy really was into that too. I think we told you about that like a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
Of shaking.
Yeah.
Shaking?
Yeah.
Was this a book about epilepsy or something?
I don't know, maybe. It's not like I really pay attention to what the crap they're talking about half the time.
I shall
They're
inquire
weird.
with the doctor about this. Thank you, Kalo. Please enjoy the night.
All right.
Preferably that way.
Even Pandora can
I'll
only
drop
take
that
so
way.
much.
If you would like a drink, just let me know.
Okay.
I take it at this point Aamon's going to come over and sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, Aamon. Just the person I needed to speak to. There is someone I wanted you to meet.
Yes.
Hold on. She turns and she gestures over. A strangely dressed man, but also kind of presentable in his own way, walks over. A little bit like a pimp coat. A little bit.
Interesting.
This is Marcus Aeneas. He is the current primogen for the Toreador.
I see.
I believe he wished to speak with you. It is not for my ears. I shall leave you with him.
I understand.
She stands up, and she elegantly glides back towards the bar. So you are the former caitiff,
Yes, I am.
and tell me, have you murdered?
What do you mean?
It's quite a simple question. Have you killed?
Yes, I wasn't sure if you were wanting specifics.
Not yet. But there is something beautiful in the fact of taking someone else's life. Literally seeing the life leave them as you stare into their eyes. I understand you are lacking a sire?
Somewhat.
I would be very interested in filling this position. I can teach you the beauty of murder, the elegant art, how to kill more efficiently, and how to take pleasure in it as well. Of
Well,
course, the masquerade is always paramount, as are the Camarilla traditions. We do not
Right,
simply
of
allow
course.
just random killing.
Of course, I understand. But if you may understand that at a party like this, there are many people pining for my attention, and I would like to keep or make sure I have enough time to consider all of my options.
Charisma and etiquette. Difficulty 2, please.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm gonna be bad at this. This is gonna be bad. I'm gonna piss off the toreadors. What'd you say the roll was? I'm sorry, charisma and etiquette. Oh, at what difficulty?
2.
I better roll a 10.
Can you use invoke your blood to help that, or is that just physical?
I can. How do I
Do
do
a
that?
blood surge on it.
How do I do that?
Do a rouse check.
And I think you can get bonus die up to your blood potency.
You
If I'm
got
not
this,
mistaken.
Nitro.
Helping you out, man.
Okay, so that's fine. You may add a +1 modifier to the roll.
Oh,
Do
God.
it, do it, do it, do it.
Etiquette.
And cha.
Charisma.
Char, brah.
Cha.
God. Like, I'd totally be a toreador, but I just joined the battery team.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Wow, that is exactly how you did.
And you can't re-roll it.
Yep, nope, yep.
Well, your lack of manners and sincerity in them is disturbing, to say the least.
He's gonna be pissed at me.
Don't bother talking to me for the rest of the night. And he walks off.
Amon's making enemies.
Yeah.
Don't mind me just going to the Book of Fate. Totally unrelated.
Kill Aamon. I mean, the nice thing though is that when he was telling me what he was offering, I wasn't interested. So I didn't choose wrong.
I'm sure the Tremere wouldn't have appreciated honesty.
But they would have appreciated you
Toreador.
being polite.
I hate that I actually thought I worded that pretty well, and my character is just so bad at being charismatic that it's like, no, still came out wrong.
Yep. That's the fun of RPGs.
Who's doing what?
Well, I go back over. Where's Cedra at?
So, actually,
How about that?
Cedra is feeling a little cocky at the moment and walks up to Lorvan.
Oh, she is penisy. Child
I
of
just
the
walk
hunt.
up to Lorvan's table, say good evening.
Good evening, child of the hunt.
How are you this
Congrat-
evening?
I am at peak performance as always. And yourself?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. I see your friend Aamon has managed to make himself ascend to the ivory tower.
I'm quite proud of him.
As well you should be. This is excellent news.
He has made some very wise choices.
He must have to have been elevated so quickly. May I please talk with him?
I will let him know that you are looking for him.
Thank you, K-Knight.
Have a good evening.
And you also.
And she slowly walks away. Up to Aamon.
What clan is Lorvan again?
The Sombra.
Sombra.
Okay, I just couldn't remember.
They're the good guys.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
through and through. Totally on the level.
Lorvan wants to talk to you.
I don't know if it's a good idea for me to talk to anybody else right now.
I don't think it's a good idea to say no to Lorvan. But what would I know?
I mean, I that is on my mind. I know.
Is
I'm just
Kalo
saying-
here?
I wish.
Oh.
You guys are having this discussion at the same table, Isaac. Have you guys
Sure.
been returning to the same place or not? If not, that's
Sure,
I mean,
as soon
we'd
as
probably
I
all be
saw,
coming to a central point.
okay.
yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as I saw Miss Hearts go into Lorvan, I just went nope, and I probably
Cedra.
went and sat with Isaac, or sorry, Cedra, and then Cedra would come back over.
Well, the time I spoke to Lorvan, he seemed rather pleasant and up and up. You should go have a chat with him. It can only be something good.
Yeah, I thought that too.
I
but
don't agree with Isaac, but he actually was pleasant to me just now.
Yeah, and so was the Toreador that I just kind of pissed off by accident.
Yeah, it's Toreador. They want it all. But I honestly don't see how you would fit in as a Lasombra.
Well, I mean, I've kind of already sealed my fate at this point, haven't I?
I'd keep that on the down low for now.
Yeah, I kind of figured. That's kind of what I did with the Toreador, and he didn't take it too well.
That's Toreador. You look at them wrong and they won't take it well.
That's fair. That makes me feel a little bit better. Well, I guess, if anything, Pandora said not to be rude, and the rudest thing to do is ignore somebody, so I guess I'll go talk to Lorvan.
I clap him on the back as he walks away.
Good luck, Aamon. Go break a leg.
I do the little salute at Isaac. And I'll walk over and kind of cautiously sit down.
I kind of wander over just so I'm within earshot.
As you approach, you just hear the creaking of leather gloves as Lorvan adjusts the leather gloves that he's wearing. Aamon, you have impressed me, and that is no small feat, I must say. To have come from less than nothing, and to have ascended into the Ivory Tower, is an extreme achievement.
It feels that way, and I appreciate your enthusiasm for me.
There is nothing more important to a Lasombra than dominance. You have managed to build yourself up from less than nothing in such a short space of time. I see great potential in you.
Why, thank you. I seem to be having many... Sorry, something distracted me. Seem to be having many people that are excited to see me.
I'm beginning to rethink this.
You words amazing.
Yeah. No, to be completely honest, I feel like this is just Aamon in character.
Yeah,
just
that's what I
doesn't
was
know.
thinking. I'm like, Aamon
Yeah.
is like perfect awkward.
Yeah. What's really funny is that in the way I wrote his backstory, I'm playing him pretty well right now.
It's fine, child. Words are inconsequential. Actions speak much louder, and your actions have been screaming.
That's a lovely way of putting it.
As I'm sure you know, darkness is all of our allies. But I feel that the darkness for you is something more than that, no?
I've spent quite a few of my nights using the darkness to my advantage, yes.
And what if I could tell you I could teach you how to make the darkness more than an ally, but an actual tool for you to manipulate in any way you see fit?
That's actually really tempting to listen to.
If you so wish, I could take you as my child and I could teach you the ways to use darkness as a tool. It is one of the most powerful tools at our disposal.
Well, I may use the darkness on occasion, but I quite honestly think
But
that
do you use the darkness? Do you manipulate the darkness and use it as your own tool to wield, to
No.
get results directly?
No. I just mainly take advantage of what's already there.
And what if you could do more than that? What if you could literally use the darkness as a weapon?
I'm not sure, actually. I honestly feel that my physical strength is more useful in many situations.
You think
But
so?
I can see
And he gestures
it's
down
what I've...
at the glass on his table. A shadow tendril creeps in, wraps itself around the glass, and completely destroys it within seconds.
That was pretty cool.
And there's so much more that I could teach you.
Well, it is tempting, but because I did, as you quite eloquently put, from nothing, and I'm still learning many things about the world that encompasses the masquerade. So I'm just kind of wandering around, making sure I get all my options in a row before I finally make the right one.
You wouldn't have to wonder. I could teach you exactly what it means to be a Cainite, to make use of your Cainite abilities, to be a Cainite, to be a predator.
Hmm. Well, even if I were to pick someone that wasn't you, I would honestly love to keep in touch so that way I could take advantage of your teachings in the future.
I will only teach.
That was a sentence.
I will only teach the ways of oblivion to those that belong to the clan or my child. They're not for just anyone to wield willy-nilly. You understand they are extremely potent and extremely dangerous.
That makes sense. And I understand. But I know that while the darkness is a powerful tool, there are many other clans in the Camarilla that share common interest with me. And while the darkness would be a powerful tool, I don't know if it is one that I would quite know what to do with.
Charisma. Persuasion. Difficulty 2, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, that was a different roll.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, persuasion this time.
Do I have
Charisma.
anything in persuasion?
I don't know, do you?
Charisma and persuasion, and you can always use another blood surge.
I don't have anything in persuasion.
Wah, wah,
Trying to make it
wah.
easy for him.
I know.
What about
I
survival? Have you got any
know.
survival?
I do.
All right, charisma and survival. That works. Difficulty 2.
That makes no sense, but I'll take what I can get.
Oh, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense.
Just
actually,
think
no,
about it.
Yeah, no, he could kill me.
You're gonna want to pass this one.
I'm gonna be joining as a new character next episode.
Oh. Are you sticking with it then? Oh, you have to, don't you?
He can't.
I can't. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't.
Okay.
I'm sitting here waiting for my fate.
So you will be
Come
suffering
on.
from rebellion
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
until you've gone
Yeah.
against orders or expectations, perceived or real. You will receive a
Mhm.
2 dice penalty to all your rolls.
Oh.
This compulsion will end once you've managed to make someone change their mind, by force if necessary, or done the opposite of what was expected of you.
Oh God.
Those
Okay.
social brouhahas don't seem so lame now, do they?
Right?
And Lorvan is
So,
going to say
okay,
to you,
I have a
yeah,
mechanics question.
I can't fix a
So
car.
he's Bruja now, Bruja, whatever, and going to be Banu Hakim. Does his compulsions change?
No, because he is still
No, I
of the
don't think
Bruja
so.
blood.
Okay.
It's basically more like an honorary child versus a child by blood. Like adopted child.
Like Beckett and Anatole.
Mm,
Anatole was Malkavian and adopted Beckett, who is Gangrel. And so Lorvan is going to look at you with contempt and scorn and say you're obviously cowardly and not able or willing to embrace your true nature as a predator. And I'd like you to do a frenzy check.
Okay.
For public
Cedra,
hearing.
seeing him in trouble because she was within earshot, walks up to the table and puts a hand on Aamon's shoulder.
What doesn't?
So you will do a frenzy check at difficulty 2 with a -1 modifier.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm helping.
Modifier was first.
Which is debatable for a frenzy check, but I'm going to allow it because, you know, it's going to go really badly otherwise.
Yep.
Frenzy in Elysium would not be good.
Hey!
Thank God, thank you.
Whew.
Oh,
aw.
Aww. And Laura says, now get out of my sight.
I'll do it like a very nervous nod and walk away.
So of
You
course I'm
notice-
following him. After we walk away, you might say your thing first.
You notice as you walk away that Lorvan's eyes have gone completely black.
As we walk away, that was a very tempting offer,
It was.
but you see how he has treated us this entire time and just now. I doubt he would treat you any different as a child.
Yeah. I don't feel as bad for pissing him off. But I'm just glad I'm still
You're still
alive.
gonna tread lightly, but you're gonna piss everyone off.
Right, right. Yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
Amon's gonna get his next shot here soon.
Tread lightly. Yeah.
Tread
Tread lightly
lightly.
and carry a
hey,
big
by the
weapon.
way. Yeah, right. But no, it's tread lightly. Hey, Banner Keem. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'll join. You haven't talked to anybody else yet. I know.
Aamon, how did your chat with Lorvan go? Well, I hope.
No,
It's Lorvan. What do you expect?
that's true.
Lorvan seems upstanding.
Although, Isaac, you would have actually thought it was really cool. He did this thing where he, like, wrapped a shadow around a cup and broke it.
Oh, that's fascinating. He demonstrated his powers of oblivion for you?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time I don't hear about people getting demonstrations like that. Usually the demonstrations are more lethal.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. A lot of, from what it seems, a lot of people here make it very difficult to say no. And as you've probably seen, I may be joining the Camarilla, but I'm still pretty bourgeois, and I'm not good with words. Parties aren't my thing.
Well, we've gone to a couple parties. You should have been practicing on your dance moves.
Just like Isaac here.
Mhm. I think I'd honestly be better at dancing than Isaac. I don't have any performance, but
Wait, like you or?
yes.
Yes.
Isaac should invite Aamon to join Clan Huck.
Nice.
No, that's not
Yeah,
what
no,
that's already.
I'm good.
Hey, I'm on. Hey, I'm on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're all asking you, do you want to join Malkavian? Like, we're pretty cool too.
That's a good pitch.
No,
He
I'm
can teach you
good.
how to be
Oh,
insane.
okay.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
that is a
wander
good
back
pitch, really.
I do like
It's a very
Balo, though. He's
Malkavian
pretty
pitch.
cool.
Yeah, Bela's the
He's
best.
a Primogen, right? Yeah.
Hey,
I
Aamon,
don't
you
think
want to buy
I'd-
some whitefish? We got good whitefish.
To be completely honest, as much as I like Balo, I don't think I'd learn much from him.
Dr. Bowier,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Other than
While
thieving.
all this kind of has happened, I'll probably be mingling about. I'll try to find out if there's something is happening in the ranks of the
Well, let's see. You
Kindred
see
Society.
various groups of kindred, each talking with one another around the Elysium. There's Marcus Aeneas talking with Pandora. Kulal and Mark Nelson chatting together. And Lorvan and Erendrid speaking together.
So I'll go around and try to, well, dig out some rumors if there's any things kind of. So I probably will avoid. I'll try to get hold of Erendrid or some approximately the same time as Aamon is talking with Lorvan. So she's at her own. But
Okay.
I need to talk with her alone.
So just
So-
just before Lorvan and Erendred are engaged in a conversation, you want to have a chat with Erendred.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go over and greet the Erendred with
Brother Bowier.
nice to see Yeah, nice to see you, Renfred. It's been a while.
Likewise, I've been very busy. No doubt you understand that security for the Chantry and the Tremere in general does not just fix itself.
No, yeah, that is hard work. I do appreciate your, well, immensely effort into this matter.
I'm sure you do.
Um,
It is both my privilege and my honor to do all I can to ensure the security of the clan.
Even though my skills are meager, if you need me for anything, please let me know. I can only do my best of efforts trying to make sure the Chantry is safe.
Naturally, and I would expect you to do no less than your best.
Speaking of which, I am a bit nervous about what's happened to the Winchester Chantry.
Indeed, aren't we all?
And I would very much like to have a chat with the captive we have in the Chantry. Is that a possibility?
It is a possibility, though I must of course warn you that we have had no such luck getting through to him ourselves.
He won't talk.
He talks, but he says nothing of use. What is it you
Well-
hope to extract from him?
As you might know, I have some past history with the Winchester Chantry,
Ah,
and
of course, your sire. I am very sorry to have heard about his passing.
it is a loss of knowledge I could tap into, which are missing. I am, of course, in
These
turn,
nights,
I am
any
sad
Tremere loss
remembering
is a loss.
Yes. I'm quite sad of this loss, and it kind of spurs me to try to find out as much as possible. So, as this is one of the things that I am thinking about, that I do really not want this to happen here too. So if I can find any clues to
You have a vested
prevent
interest,
this,
and I'm sure you have the passion to try and reach him. Just do me one favor after I arrange it. Leave him in one piece. Can't question a
Physically?
corpse.
physically, I will leave him in one piece,
That's all I
and I
ask.
smile. Speaking of which, he might, if well, as a good retainer that he is for my sire, or I think he was my sire's highest retainer.
One of the many.
He might be of assist for our chapter.
If
if
it can
he
be
has the
determined that he
skills.
is no longer a threat. Lest we repeat the same mistakes the Winchester Chantry themselves did.
Exactly. So it could be a benefit for us to find out if he has been involved in this.
I couldn't agree
So-
more.
And it just being able to free up the cell afterwards would be a benefit.
The smallest of benefits. I don't think you understand just how much of an area we have free. But I would indeed be grateful if you could extract any information from him where we have failed. I shall arrange for him to have a visit from you in the near future.
That would be awfully nice. Speaking about the Chantry, have you seen Ethelred lately?
My sister has been keeping herself busy. I've given her tasks, as appointed to by the Chantry head.
No, it's just that I haven't seen both of you for a bit of time, so I do hope that you are fine and, well, having a nice night.
Your concern is noted and appreciated. I shall pass on your regards to my sister. But all is well? If things were not well, I would not be able to keep the security so high. And what of yourself? Are you physically okay?
No, I'm very good, thank you.
And are you mentally well?
As far as I know.
Excellent. Is there anything else I can help you with, Doctor?
As you might know, we are looking into, me and my coterie are looking into the Reaper cases.
Yes. A dull
Is there
waste of time, I'm
anything-
sure.
Yes, well, as an order from higher ups, it's hard to not looking into this.
That is true.
And do you have any kind of ideas or clues that you would like to impart of?
About the Ripper?
Yes.
I know nothing of the Ripper, I'm afraid, other than it exists. We, Tremere, have been fortunate in that we have not seemed to be targeted yet.
Which is why it might be necessary to look into this, if in case that we might be targeted.
We face threats from all directions. I, of course, maintain security as vastly as I can. But it is a relief that none of the brothers or sisters have been targeted yet.
That is a good relief to have. I have some questions about us. If you could help me try to find, advise me in how. If I can ask you, have you ever tasted blood that is slightly like kindred blood, familiar, very strong, not like werewolf or lupine blood, but would you have any clues to, and I'll start explaining how I kind of felt when I tasted the blood in the Ripper case scene. So I'm not sure if I should do a roll maybe
That's what I'm considering as well, but what role do you think would be appropriate yourself? Something with
maybe,
intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence occult, maybe.
Yeah,
Try to explain how.
yeah.
Just
Difficulty
to
2.
be able to, yeah, and just to explain how my impression of this plot is.
Yeah. Intelligence and occult difficulty 2, please. Wonderful. She stares at you. From your description, I can think of maybe 2 things I have experienced that sound almost similar. There was one time I was imbibed with what was called mage blood. I'm not sure if it was authentic or diluted. That could have a similar effect. Or vitae from a particularly high generation kindred. Although where you would find such a high generation kindred these nights is beyond me, I'm sure.
Well,
The
I
blood
thank
has,
you
of
for-
course, recently changed. So what was once true may not be true any longer.
that is something I haven't considered. I am, as you know, not that old, so I am fortunate to have your advice in this case. Thank you.
Of course. Please do not hesitate to ask me for assistance.
Thank you, Ethelred. I am pleased to hear this. Thank you, and may you have a good night.
And you. And that was Erindred,
I'll-
not Ethelred.
Yeah, Erendred. I think I said Erendred all the time. If I didn't,
That last
and
one,
said
the only reason I
Elfred,
say it now is because the
I'm
last time
sorry.
you said Ethelred, and I wasn't sure if we were clear. I just want to make sure you know it's the right, which one you're
Yeah.
talking to.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
It's Erendred. Sorry.
Cool. No. I just wanted to make sure, nothing to be sorry for. Isaac,
Yes.
what are you doing, old man?
I think Isaac would probably want to look around to see if he could find anyone within the Camarilla to speak to, possibly in regards to I guess the cult activity. If
Mark
if anyone,
Nelson's there from the Tremere.
oh yeah, I think Isaac will go talk to him then.
Okay. You must be... Abraham.
Isaac.
That's right, I'm sorry. You're with Walter's Coterie, right?
Yes, I am.
I remember the beard.
Yes, thank you. As you may know, we've been investigating some cult activity.
Oh, indeed.
Yes. Are you familiar with the cult of I guess the Baha'i at all?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Yes, we found some references to some Baha'i activity, as well as some evidence of a Mithrian cult. Are you familiar with the Mithrian cult?
Not as familiar as I am with the Bahari cult, and I'm only vaguely familiar with the Bahari. You say you found Bahari activity here? in Oxford?
Possibly. It's nothing. We're early stages. We're just trying to find
I mean, how did you
information.
know they were Bahari? Were they burning their tampons or something?
Isaac would chuckle. No. I think there was just some mention of Lilith.
Interesting.
Well,
That's extremely worrying. Most of your
is it?
coterie is men, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I remember. I remember Cedra. Hard to forget that one.
She is sensational.
Well, the men
What?
in your cult should certainly be on guard. The Bahari would have no problem torturing you, destroying you, for no reason.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
Good is very far from the Bahari's vocabulary.
I see.
What do you know of the Bahari?
Oh, not much. Just some scattered occult information, and then what we found in the region was just some references to Lilith, I believe.
The
But what I know,
The Bahari see women as the ultimate expression of life. Men are not even considered secondary. Suffering is how they see themselves progressing to different gardens, as they call it. If
I
you
see.
can
I do know they revere Lilith, and I recall there being many mentions of plants and flowers and gardens and such.
Indeed, I see you have studied the subject some.
A little bit. I'm not very knowledgeable at all.
Of course, Lilith is nothing but a myth, but to the Bahari she is quite real. And they are willing to die and kill in her name.
I see. That could be problematic.
Very much so.
And I know you mentioned you don't have as much information about the
Cult of
Mithria.
Mithras, old man, is who you mentioned.
Yes, Cult of Mithras. What can you tell me about them?
They rejected the Tremere, so they're not exactly wise. They worship Mithras and believe him a god. They're extremely secretive. What more could I know? Rumors abound that they still operate, though the fate of Mithras is unknown.
Yes, I think that's much of what we've gathered too. Rumors that they operate, and yes, nothing concrete, unfortunately.
Tell me, are you familiar with Aamon? Familiar enough that I might be able to be introduced to him, please?
Yes, I am quite familiar with Aamon.
Oh, excellent. I would love to meet him.
Of course. Did you want to meet him now or later?
Now would be ideal.
Now?
Yes. Right this
Isaac
second.
Of course. Isaac would give you a bow. Thank you for all your help and information. Let me go speak with Aamon.
Thank you.
Then Isaac would head over to Aamon. Aamon, I believe he was Tremere Mark Nelson, right?
Correct.
Aamon, I believe the Tremere, Mark Nelson, would like to speak with you.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
He seemed quite respectful, and I was
Yeah,
thinking,
so the last two people.
yes, well, Mark Nelson gave us some information regarding the cult of Mithras and the Baha'i. Um, this information pertaining to the Mithrian cults, more or less what we knew already, but he seemed quite eager to meet you. I believe you should go speak with him.
I'm sure he is. Well, it was nice knowing you, and I just get up and walk over.
Wait, just
Yeah.
if you didn't know already, the Banu Hakim and the Tremere haven't always gotten along. We'll fill you in on the details later. I'm going to be right within earshot in case you need anything.
Yeah, I kind of knew that from your interactions with the doc before, but and I also wasn't really planning on mentioning the Banner Hakim, but
Just
that
thought
is a
you
good reminder. Yeah. And
I will be within arm's reach.
Cool. And yeah, I'll walk over to Mark Nelson.
I kind of wander close by, try to make it look like I'm mingling.
And you must be Aamon, the man of the night.
Yes.
Which is quite funny because
Indeed.
you could also be a hooker.
He's not wrong.
I just kind of like, I know Kalo's off in the distance, and I just kind of glance over at him real quick.
Hey, Aamon!
You are a friend of Dr. Boyer. No?
Indeed, I am.
Now, I know you've not exactly demonstrated any kind of affinity, or interest even, in the occult or blood sorcery, but the Tremere would be interested in you. Muscle, such as yours, is a very rare gift, and we would certainly appreciate you and show our gratitude. I would only ask that you consider one of the Tremere as your sire. We would be willing to, of course, teach you our secret blood sorcery, to some degree. There would still be things that were forbidden to you because you are not of Tremere blood. But you can find that we are, despite rumors to the contrary, we are quite open with those we consider friends.
Yes, the doctor has shown great respect for many of the people in the Coterie, even those he doesn't quite agree with. So I assume that your entire clan is very similar.
Walter is a shining example of a Tremere sorcerer. His efforts into research and his thirst for knowledge are nearly unquestionable among our kind.
Well, while I greatly appreciate the offer and the admiration that you have shown me, I don't quite think that the Tremere would be a benefit to me as a young kindred.
You say this, but
with
I've
the-
already seen you speaking with Lorvan and Kulal. And one thing that we would never ask of you, that they would, is to remove your mortal family from the equation. While we respect the Camarilla and their traditions, we have long been a steadfast proponent of the Camarilla. But we also recognize the need to keep humanity these days. Humanity to Lorvan is a weakness. A breach of the Masquerade is considered injustice to the Banu Hakim. At some point, they will ask you to remove them and make it out as if it is of great benefit. We would never ask this of you. All that, and of course, limited access to the Chantry and the knowledge it holds within.
I don't know how much the doctor has spoken to you about me, but I am not one for knowledge. And while your offer is very tempting, I must respectfully decline.
I am disappointed. I'm mostly disappointed in the fact that you didn't even lie to me about it. You were just forthright and honest.
My apologies.
That's something that will be taken advantage of, no doubt, by other kindred. As you wish, though.
I'm going to give a small bow and make my way back over to the table.
He gives his little fake smile. Like he's just done a fart in a jacuzzi.
Well, that was the one I figured was...
trying to compete with Lorvan. That amuses me.
Yeah. No, that was probably one of the ones that I figured would be the easiest to decline. And yet I still don't know how I feel about it.
It was interesting that he's like, don't worry, we won't ask you to kill your family like the other two will.
No, sorry, no, never mind. He answered that, never mind.
At this point, because there's still a little bit left of the party, we'll take another short break to go and do mortal things that mortals do. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. Nitro, Aamon, has refused many deals and only accepted one. Before them are groups of threes. There's Marcus Aeneas and Pandora. Seem to be deep in conversation, with Pandora listening intently. Kalo and Mark Nelson talking together in somewhat hushed tones. Lorvan and Erendrid are sat together in Lorvan's usual table, with shadows all around them. This seems like a Dr. Bowier thing, first of all. So, Dr. Bowier.
I'll probably go and try to listen to what Marcus Aeneas and Pandora is going to talk about.
Okay. Give me Wits and Investigation, difficulty 3, please. Wonderful. So you listen in on them, and from where you are, without being too obvious about it, you can't hear the entire conversation, but you can make out that Marcus is talking clearly about the cult of Mithras, and the mention of the name Vash of the Ventru clan is clearly heard. Kalo.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What would you like to do?
I'm doodling on a napkin.
Dexterity and performance at difficulty 3, please.
Perfect.
Because this night can't get any worse, I probably will have made my way over to the same table where Kalo's at and just sat at the table, but just saying fuck it, and I put my feet up on it And I sit back in my chair.
Kalo attempts to draw a cat using the old circle method. Unfortunately, being distracted heavily by the goings-on, he ends up drawing a massive penis.
Well, I mean, it's about the same.
Yeah, it's like that drawing thingy.
That's what I was thinking.
The particularly sensational Cedra. What would you care to do?
Seeing the Tremere and Ben Hakim Brimagins talking together, I try to eavesdrop on their conversation.
Wits, awareness, difficulty 2, please. That's fine.
Oh wait, I succeeded.
Yep, that's a
Yeah, you're
success.
fine. Glad everybody else is rolling great tonight.
I am.
I don't call
Using
that
your
great.
guile and adept wits, you can clearly hear that Mark is telling Kulal about Thorn, the gangrel deputy of the constable that is currently providing the security in Elysium. With a concerted effort, you realise that Mark is telling him about why he thinks Thorn decided to stay with the Camarilla. Although lacking detail of any real substance, you can hear enough to assume it has something to do with Thorn having a childer somewhere in Oxford, though you are unable to hear any more detail. Isaac.
Yes, I think I would like to eavesdrop on Lorvan.
Okay, wits and awareness, difficulty 2, please.
So, I mean, I'm on. It's supposed to be a cat, but I'm pretty sure it's just a dick at this point. So, I mean, here you go.
He doesn't even he's
Like-
practically he's sitting there with his feet up on the table and he's staring at the ceiling. He doesn't even look at you, and he just holds a thumbs up in your
It's so, like-
direction.
Here you go, buddy.
Yeah.
I made it for
Reroll.
you.
No, that's fine, that's a success.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to reroll
Okay,
for crits, but that is a success.
I'll reroll 2 dice just because I got the willpower to burn.
Okay.
I'll wave it.
Oh, you
I'll
guys
wave
can
over at
re-roll your
Pandora
rolls.
and then mime, wanting a drink, and then like, do I point at the bar and be like, what?
Oh, just walk up there and get it.
There we go, 5 success.
Lorvan is talking about the Abyss and its connection to spirits, and how they manage to take an almost physical form in our world. You can hear he's using an example, talking of a haunted house on the outskirts of the city. You can just about make out that the haunted house's address is on West Way, out towards Botley.
Botley?
Where was that one haunted house that we went to?
Not Botley.
Okay.
Got a little bit of time left before the sun rises. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, I mean, I'll grab a drink for the road.
Okay.
I finally I hadn't really touched the drink that Pandora got me, but I finally just throw it back.
Okay. You may slake one hunger.
And I'm drunk because that's what I asked her for.
Oh, that's right. You really sure? Okay. I'm not going to argue with it.
He's feeling
Drunk
rebellious.
and rebellious.
Exactly. And
That's going to be a
he's got
-4 modifier on some rolls.
Yeah, I know.
and
I
he's
know.
got a picture of a dick on a napkin.
Kalo, you may also slake one hunger for taking, doing the blood takeout.
Yay!
And the rest of you?
Is anyone dancing?
There's probably Pandora at this point.
I go dance with Pandora.
Dexterity performance. Difficulty 2 with a +1 modifier. You
Whoop, whoop.
take Pandora and lead her, performing one of the most beautiful dances of the night. Pandora, quite taken with you and the performance, after the dance ends, just sort of puts her hand on her chest and exhales slowly. Deliberately, of course, because kindred do not need to breathe. The remaining...
As a flourish, I take her hand and kiss it.
She smiles gratefully. And the remaining kindred, who was stopped to watch, will give a round of applause to you.
Is this a form of flirting with yourself?
Woo! Cassandra!
That was sensational. I can see why you got the name
Of course
Sensational
it was.
Cedra now.
I am honored to hear your compliment.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Definitely not me.
All right. So would you like to just... Oh,
Amon's an introvert.
I need to talk with Mark Nelson.
oh, okay.
Well,
You find Mark still clapping with most of the kindred for Cedra and Pandora's dance.
as I also kind of clap politely. Mark,
Walter! Pleasure.
it's a pleasure indeed. How is the night treating you?
Well, we were hoping to be able to adopt Aamon, of course. The more we can have in the circle, the better. But sadly, he refused the offer. Other than that, the night has been fair to middling.
He would be an asset, for sure. Although I'm not entirely sure how much we could offer him for, well, accepting that offer.
Well, knowledge is the greatest prize of all, is it not?
It is. But as we know, some are less less interested in knowledge than others, and Aamon is a man with fists.
True. Very true. What may I do for you today, Walter? Or tonight, sorry.
I am granted access to the prisoner with the
Excellent.
Erindred. I have to thank you for your help.
Be
and
careful.
I hope we...
I still don't
Yes.
trust her fully.
Me neither. She's I feel she's entangled with something.
Yes, the evidence certainly points that way, doesn't it? Perhaps it is for the Tremere's own benefit, but nevertheless, you should never let your guard down around Tremere, as they say.
Do you have any advice for places that we should avoid in the future?
Anywhere in the Anarch territory, I would say.
That goes for itself.
I rarely venture out of Camarilla territory myself. I wouldn't go near the Toreador domain. That's a place that let's just say you shouldn't go there.
I bet that would be an interesting story to tell. But not at this time.
Indeed. I hope you have a lovely night, Walter.
Same. See you around. And I bow slightly lower than I used to with him. I'm not sure if he noticed, but I still do it.
He just sort of, nods, goes back to watching Cedra.
Yeah. And I'll kind of go back and sit to the other in the coterie. So, Isaac, you alright?
Yes, Doctor.
You having a nice night?
Yes, quite a nice night. I did speak to Mark some about the cults. He had some information, but nothing we didn't already know. He did give some more information regarding the Baha'i, though.
That is good. Okay, we should exchange some information from this night at a later time.
Yes, absolutely.
At a more appropriate place too.
Indeed.
You never know where Harry is hiding.
It's true. I would have expected him to be here. Or if not Harry, maybe one of the other Nosferatu. But I suppose maybe parties aren't their thing.
Well, it seems so. Kalo,
What?
you done drawing yet?
Yeah, I already gave the napkin to, Aamon. It was his present. It was supposed to be a cat.
Well, I'm sure it looks like.
It looks like a dick. I think it's very fitting, considering Aamon's knife.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm not sure if you guys have anything else to do, but I think I wouldn't mind retiring soon. And, well, Aamon is the driver.
Oh, he's not
Not
driving tonight.
anymore. I'm not driving tonight, and I just throw the keys at the doctor.
Sure, thanks.
I think that's
'Cause
how he
out of
transfers his
everybody-
car to people.
Everybody here that can drive, I'm not letting Kalo drive my car.
Which isn't a good choice. I'm a very good driver.
I don't care.
So, you exit the Elysium, make your way up the secret staircase, out of the secret door, onto the not-so-secret street. Faceless member of the crowd greets you and returns all your weapons. You make your way back to the vehicle. Each get in, start the engine, and drive off before the sunset. No, before the sun rises. Any last-minute discussions in the car?
Would this be a good time to go over what we learned, or should we wait until we get to the up in oil?
I think it's
Guys, I
fair to
think
say that we just share everything as we drive.
That's
Guys,
fair.
I think Lorvan's gonna kill me.
Why
He
would
already tried.
Yeah,
Lord Van
he was
kill
going to
you?
kill us all anyway.
True.
I'm a bit surprised you picked the Banu Hakim, Aamon. There are others
I mean, that whole
more
speech
appropriate
about
to do what you do.
justice and punishment. I liked it.
Oh well, it's your choice.
To be fair, the only other thing that seemed tempting was Lorvan, because shadow powers are fucking dope. But again, I'm not gonna. That guy's a dick. At this point, I've probably got like whatever seat I'm sitting in the car. I've kicked it back and I'm just laying back as far as the seat will let me. Yeah, Kayla, if you turn it this way, it does look a little bit like a cat.
Does it? I'm pretty sure it still looks like a dick, no matter which way you turn it.
Oh.
Wait, is this like an inkblot test? Can I see?
I hand it to Cedra.
Or you could try again, Kalo.
Looks fine to me. I see a cat.
No, those are not whiskers. I actually added those after it started looking more like a dick.
Looks like a cat to me.
Okay.
Why is it crying? Oh.
So while we are driving,
Drooling.
I turned
It's
into a
drooling.
classical music radio station.
Driver picks the
Ah,
music. Passenger shuts their cake hole.
So, as the car loudly plays Beethoven's Fifth, driving off
Dun 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 dun!
I'm on
towards
sitting there
everybody's
laying
head.
back in his chair, moving his fingers around like a conductor.
I take it that's good for the night? Nothing else to discuss? You don't want to go to the pub or anything to discuss anything? We're good?
Not unless we have
I'm
Frogger.
good.
Dr. Boyer drops you off each in turn at each of your havens. Takes Aamon to his house. Drops him off. Calls a boober. And gets a lift over to the hospital. And that's our session for tonight.
Woohoo! We didn't die!
Yeah.
Close.
I mean,
Well,
like,
I mean,
Amon's probably gonna
Aamon might
die,
have a
but-
kick out on him.
Or
It's
two.
it's a good thing that I legitimately have been thinking of what character I would play next, no matter how soon or later that's gonna happen.
Nice.
I've been thinking of a Lasambo or Malkavian.
I think I'm gonna go Malkavian next too.
Oh god, you're all going to be Malkavians,
I've still
aren't
been
you?
thinking Nosferatu. I've been thinking Nosferatu.
You know
Ooh.
how it's like a trope that every DM in Dungeons and Dragons dreads the day when their party picks all bards. We're gonna be the
That
group.
would be like
We're
picking
gonna
them.
yeah. It's gonna be everyone picks Malks, and then we watch Shiver die inside.
Well,
We need to,
yeah,
I think we need to go out and do one last song here.
if if you go with Malk, I probably won't grab Malk. But if I did grab Malk, I would play a seemingly sane I'm thinking more like a beautiful mind than anything else. Someone who's absolutely certain that everything they see and do is real.
Hmm.
Well, on that note, does everyone want to say goodnight?
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Have
We're doing-
night.
I live for that. We'll be doing burning questions Wednesday, and then back to usual time Friday night. Is that normal time for you lot?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
7
fingers
p.m.
crossed,
EST.
fingers crossed we'll have a special guest on that one.
Ooh.
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 Thank you all for coming, and toodle pips for now.